Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Good evening. We are the Raconteur Society here once again on a Tuesday night to make you question why you're even alive.
And you're not.
You're not.
You're not alive.
We're the Undead Raconteur Society.
The Undead Raconteur
Holy
Society.
smokes. We are geeks past our peaks that have been throwing dice together since the 1980s, and tonight we are returning to our Deadlands campaign in Canyon o' Doom. Announcements we got going on. We're going to be, of course, Planet FunkCon is coming. It's going to be 3 weeks out, and you're going to see us there in Davenport, Iowa at the River Center, so come down and check it out. They got a lot of cool, So, check Canyon of Doom tonight, and I'm going to toss it on down to Dale to get us underway. And oh crap, I forgot my hat. So Dale, take it away.
Yes. While Rob gets his hat. We are hopefully wrapping up Canyon of Doom tonight. Canyon of Doom. So this takes place in the Grand Canyon of Deadlands, the classic system. So it's been a pretty epic story so far. So okay.
All right.
So yeah, we are going to continue the Canyon of Doom where we lost.
Nobody can say
Canyon
it
of
tonight.
Doom. We are going to continue
The crayons of doom.
the crayons of doom.
The crayons of doom.
I want those.
The crayons of room.
Hey.
Who's where?
What?
I'm in the corner like a good goblin should be.
Look at their finger.
There we go. I already said it because I bumped it, so there we go.
Oh, okay.
Wow, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
How about
Blue's
that
got a lot of
Canyon
it.
with Doom?
The Canyon of Dam. The Canyon of Dam. That's the game. Thanks for joining, because something's going to blow up.
I got my uniforms. I have my cable.
Okay, so when we last left off, you guys had entered a canyon, or entered a cavern. Not the you're in the canyon. Oh, Doom. You entered a cavern, and up ahead, you're in that fungus forest, so there's all the big mushrooms and stuff, like really oversized. And up ahead, you saw an area that was kind of at the edge of the shadow. There was a small stone pedestal with a clay-fashioned box
Right.
on top of it. And you notice that,
Is it a heart-shaped box?
no, but there's a heart in it. So you also saw what looked like a hand reaching out from the shadow, like if you're coming into the cavern, looking at the box, on the other side from where the shadows are, an outstretched hand with its fingers just barely touching the bottom of that pedestal, and somebody laying on their side that you kind of assume is...
Well, we saw feathers.
Yeah, and darker skin, so it looks Native American. And the skin looks weathered, not exactly desiccated or mummified, but definitely older, aged. Yeah.
Fine aged Native American.
It's lovely.
And as you guys approached, you two had noticed that behind one of the mushroom stalks were two legs kind of facing out, feet up, so they're on their back, and you can tell they had the black boots and some sort of black robe, and there was a pistol laying nearby, not in a hand, just laying nearby, that was not too far from.
Nope,
So anyway, you saw the outstretched hand and the boots, and as you guys were kind of looking at that, you heard a voice say, well, look who's joined the party. About time you got here. Maybe you can help us get that box. And you heard a bunch of guns clicking.
Oh, beautiful.
So that's where we left off. So that's where we're going to start. So everybody make a quickness check.
Right off the bat, welcome to the Raconteur Society.
Yeah.
All the way. Education's fun, folks.
They're both.
1 + 1 is 2.
You both went bust?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 ones + 1 success is a failure.
Exactly what I just did.
Raconteur Society.
I didn't have a success either. It was just 2 ones.
So you really went bust. You just went bust.
Oh, you went bust too?
guns in here. Oh my goodness, there are these
The mushrooms are going to rob us.
Well, if we all play dumb and surprised, they'll have to wait one entire turn to actually talk to us again, because they'll just be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Talk to us!
I don't wanna.
Why don't they answer? Yeah, you guys go bust and just go,
We just freeze.
We turn and walk into the wall and just keep walking.
Yeah, just do that thing like.
oh, it's an NPC glitch. Come on.
Simon said.
2 1s and did not make the.
Oh.
Me, me.
Well, that Nightbot's hung up on Planet FunkCon tonight. I don't know why. Because probably because we're talking about it.
Give us a break.
Which
God
brings
damn
up
it.
the question: is the Roadrunner somehow connected or related to Beaker?
Okay, everybody got cards?
Yep.
Aces. Kings.
Yep.
Okay, king of.
Heart.
Okay, well, we got. Hold on. I got the king of spades, the king of diamonds, and the king of clubs. So the king of.
Oh my goodness.
The king of hearts.
Yours or mine?
You have hearts.
That's a spade.
That's a
Spades. What did I say? King of hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your card?
No!
Okay, Rob.
Oh, what?
What?
What? Did they just gonna start shooting?
Several bad puns and now I'm in trouble?
Well, they're not much for talking.
Apparently not. I thought there'd be a conversation happening.
This is what happens when you.
Well, when they said help us get to the altar or whatever, they meant stacking our bodies up so they can step up
Apparently.
there and reach it.
Yeah, I don't need to. And there's like
You hear that voice who was speaking say, "There's too many of you. One of you is not needed." And you see this huge, wicked, like green orb kind of form above one of the mushrooms, and then just kind of. You are going to take 35 points of damage.
Oh.
This is, you remember he did the burst of the soul burst?
Yeah.
Looks like that, but it's this sickly green looking.
Dodge?
Try.
I don't have a card to throw.
You didn't have a card.
Oh yeah, you don't have a card.
You just stand there.
Ooh.
One. Now,
And you have the 2 legends if that does anything.
No, I have Arcane.
You have
Oh, I have Arcane chip.
Yes.
you have to spend an action to use it. You don't have any action.
How many actions? Fuckery do.
Yeah.
Really?
Can I give him
Yeah.
my action?
Yeah, you have to have a.
Does anybody else have an
Action
Arcane
to
they'd
do
like to use at the moment?
I do, but I don't have any action.
Oh no, the 2 arcane.
Now, I have a
guys.
legend ship, but I have to have a card to use it too, right?
Right.
Damn it.
And the only way you'd be able to defeat this is to
You'd have to have Joker
card up your sleeve
or a Joker
or a
to
red
interrupt.
joker to interrupt.
Okay.
So,
So, how many blue chips do I need to sacrifice?
well, add them up. So
30. I have to do
It's
35.
five. You
35
take
points.
5
So
wounds.
it's 5 wounds.
So,
yeah, 5 wounds. So
3, 4, 5. Blue and 2 white would cover it.
That would work.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll hold off and take 1 wound and then fake being knocked out.
That's up to you. That's fine.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Just make a discard chip pile over there.
Blech!
So you take 1 wound and you
Fake.
do feel yourself get knocked back. So you just kind of
I
go
just
with it, go
it,
limp.
Yeah. Yep, and just
Okay.
Laying dead.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna lay so that way I can.
Does he have to roll acting?
huh?
Does he have to roll acting?
Nah.
No,
he's
he
actually
got
taking
knocked
a
off.
I am not over redacting.
He's actually taking a hit.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, that was
See, if I had an action or a card up my sleeve, I would have used retribution for you
That's
and taken
Yeah.
it for you.
yeah.
No, it's okay.
But again, no
How much
actions.
wind did I take from that?
Oh yeah.
D6.
Well,
Oh well,
yeah,
you only
D6.
took 1 wound, so it's a D6. So if you want to roll it,
2.
okay, took 2 wind.
And you're -1 on rolls.
Right.
Yep. Olaf,
Yeah.
King of Hearts.
All right. Rifle with the Ghost Rock at Mr. Batty.
Okay. So you missed anyway. So
Hit the mushroom.
pew, it flies into the mushroom. The mushroom's like,
My spores!
I can
bad
act too, you know. Okay, King of Diamonds.
There's fungus among us.
The Guardian Angels are going to take a couple pot shots at people. So let's
Wait
see
a
what they
minute.
do.
Oh, okay.
The Lost Angels.
Lost Angels.
You said Guardian Angels.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, they are called the Guardian Angels.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh.
They are the Guardian Angels.
They we're on a
You
wear-
call them the Lost
They wear red berets.
Huh?
They wear red berets.
Yeah, they do.
This
No.
room suddenly looks like a
Well, I'm going to complain.
You beat me to that.
Yeah, they are actually called the Guardian Angels. You guys don't have to call them that. So let's see.
We're calling HR.
I don't.
Yeah.
What's your HR number?
I don't ever want to call them.
Yeah. Who are you gonna call? Not
Who are you gonna not call?
Okay. Bo, you're going to get shot at twice.
Ow! Why? I'm just.
So the first one.
Your horniness is lighting you up like a Christmas tree.
They've heard of you.
I've heard of myself.
My sister and my mother know who you are.
The first one.
Yep.
So does my brother. I don't
Because you
understand that
gave
one.
the demon
You in the lower guts.
a shave and a pedicure.
Yeah. He didn't like. He want my mustache. You got rid of my. You know how long I grew that one hair.
See the YouTube before the YouTube videos.
Which is on our link tree.
You knocked my mole.
Which is on our social medias.
You're going to take one wound to the lower guts unless you want to cancel that. Boop. Okay. So the other one misses.
Okay.
One shot is going to come at you, Cobb.
Oh. Oh my god.
Okay. It'll hit.
I just punched myself in the stomach.
Rob, you don't have to really act that.
I'm so sad.
Don't forget I got my body armor.
Yeah. How much do you have on your upper guts?
It's in the guts.
7.
Yeah. So
upper guts.
armor 2,
2.
and then I got body of 7.
Yeah, I knew about the body of 7. So it's 3d6 to 3d4 to 2d4. Body of 7. Ding.
Can I actually fall back?
You can, if you wish.
Just kind of fall down or whatever,
Yeah.
or you just and-
Yeah, you can.
Acting.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you ain't hurt. You just bad actors. Don't listen to them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't forget Lee.
I'm not looking for a critique here.
Professor.
I've got that all worked out.
And
I've got that all figured out.
Okay.
Okay. So, King of Clubs. All right. So, this is
After these messages, we'll be right.
Sophie and Dr. Haskins jump behind one of the mushroom stalks over by where that guy's laying down to take cover. Dr. Bruce actually probably moves over behind the pedestal. He's like he was up there looking at it, so he's like, yeah. So he kind of moves up there into the shadows. Copperhead is going to take a couple shots at Father Wilkes. Where's he at? And it hits the mushroom, so he aimed a little low. And he also kind of moves for cover. And then Li Ho Quan.
Mushroom slaughter going on.
Yeah.
He dropped us a vinaigrette.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Li Ho Quan takes aim at one of the angels. And just kind of... And you see him pull what you thought was one arrow, and when he fires it, 4 go shooting into him.
Oh, geez.
All 4 just hit him in random locations,
Right.
and the guy just kind of drops dead. Because he has that abundance of pecking birds, is what it's called.
It's a fucking bird.
Fucking bird. You fucking say hello to my fucking birds.
Oh, you unleashed the fucking birds.
You farging Icehole.
Release the Fargin bird.
My sensei was a little different.
All right.
He's your fucking bird. You be quiet.
Okay, so that was kings.
Oh, God, that was Kings.
Queens.
Anybody?
Jacks. Okay.
Tens?
Then
Jax.
can of
Jack.
and
Jax. Do it,
Jax
Jax.
first.
Jacks.
Jack. Okay.
Let's see.
Fargin Iceholes. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay.
God.
He's going to do that. Okay.
Freeze, mother sucker.
All right. You hear Father Wilkes mumble something, but then that's all you hear.
Cookie recipe.
Cookies! Cookies!
Summon mother puckers.
Father Wilkes?
Yeah. So he kind of up there mumbles something, does some hand gestures. And then he's making like a high, make a honey hole.
He's over there like that. Also, you see one of his guardian runs out to another base. It's like, no, it's don't steal now.
It's not
Be like, your God's not with you.
Okay, so that was Jack's tens.
Yay.
Olaf, right? And Bo.
I got clubs.
Okay, so Bo or Olaf, you're first.
We're going to get clubbed.
Don't miss it.
I am going to
Macaron.
try to go through the mushroom and hit whatever he's on.
Okay.
Try to knock him down.
Okay. So you can try. You don't know if you'll get all the way through the mushroom. This thing is about as wide as a table.
Maybe you can push the mushroom over, knock it over.
Yeah, we'll
Knock it over.
So,
A 4 on your strength check?
yeah,
Okay.
the single highest.
So you go up and you hit the mushroom, and it's like, oh, God, this thing's thicker than I thought. It moves a little bit. but
Bounces
it's-
off of it.
Yeah, not bounces off of it, but it just kind of... It's pretty tough stuff. So you go up and push the mushroom, nothing happens.
I got the mushroom in between him and me then.
Yeah.
Can I move and cast?
Yes.
So I'm going to try and move for cover. I'd have to see if they're actually hurt, though, right? That would be a cog chest to see if they're actually really.
Depending on, well, if you're casting a hex, you wouldn't be able to take the time to look.
Yeah.
You'd have to move and
I want
look,
to move,
and then cast
take
a
their
hex.
temperatures,
Yeah.
grab a sandwich,
So you can either-
then cast a spell.
If you want to move, that's fine. But if you want to look at them, cog check, wait and cast your hex, or you can cast a hex now.
Just do your thing. Don't worry about us. We're good. You know better.
Is that what you say?
If we're dead, if we're dead, we would tell you.
Kelvin's like, go, Bo. I'm just faking it.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Yep. Well, he's dead.
42, Bo. 42.
42 what? 42 wounds? All right, I'm going to cast Disrupt on him.
On Father Wilkes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I got a 9.
No, on the mushroom. Do the mushroom. It'll be funnier.
Hey,
Disrupt his mushroom.
Oh, it'll do it.
There you go.
The little tiny one.
Yep. My little one.
Little poof.
I get +2 though, right?
Yes, because you were in the Canyon of Doom. Specifically in the Cathedral of Light and Stone.
So we have two pair. The pair opponent's level is 2, so I would imagine that he is stronger than a 2.
Yes.
Okay. So
So it didn't do anything?
I would have to be his opponent level, so yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. He's higher than a 2. So.
Yep.
Okay, so you cast Disrupt, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
But I go ahead and I get to some cover.
Get to
So
cover.
he mumbles. Bo mumbles.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
The Great Gibber War. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Okay, so that was 10s. Oh, sorry, 10s. Oh, should look at my own cards. 10s. Copperhead's going to get to some cover.
Harumph. Harumph.
Thank you, Simon. We got a harumph out of that guy.
Lee is going to kind of use his monkey goes to the mountain where he jumps up on another mushroom, kind of away from Father Wilkes, and kind of takes cover, kind of crouches down. There's a crate hanging from the air, and he hits it, and he's like, "Oh man, I got a gold piece! That's awesome!" So, and then Sophie and Haskins are gonna pull off a couple shots. They're just kind of like pow pow, like snapshots. So they're just really kind of creating cover, getting people to duck.
Told him not to bring the camera, bring the guns.
Selfies.
Yeah, the Guardian, the angels are all like, yeah, pow, 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 doing Vogue shots. And on the next 10, Copperhead's going to take a shot at one of the angels. Okay. All right. Shoots him, and it doesn't really do anything. It looks like it glanced off a rock and cut through his coat pocket, but the guy jumps back.
Oh, no, but will lose his spare change.
Yeah,
It'd
right.
be like a slipping hazard.
Yeah. A
Hey,
slipping
you'll be
hazard.
grateful when you see the scrapbook.
And,
Are we the are we the...
We are the scraps.
We're the scraps.
Yeah.
Put him in the book.
okay.
There's Cobb. He's stinky.
All right. That happened.
Oh, neat.
9s, 8s, 8. Okay.
Will they ever stop?
Yeah.
You hear a really deep, guttural.
There's a
Growl.
sleeping bear in here. Great.
You hear a growl from somewhere behind one of these giant mushrooms in the cavern, and you instantly smell brimstone. Like,
Oh no!
oh,
This
that's
dude.
sulfur.
The cologne?
Yeah, yeah. Xbox
Krampus
Who can
again.
it be?
7s, 6s, 6. Father Wilkes.
What's with this guy?
He hates us.
He's not a friendly fella.
No, he's not.
We never even met him before.
No.
Did you sleep with his daughter?
I may have at some point. I do not deny or agree that it was me.
Father Wilkes is the one that's been following us all the time.
Yeah.
All this time.
He's,
man.
he's the guy in charge of these folks.
This is his.
Okay. Lee comes up from one of the mushrooms with his arrow, kind of pointing it right over at Father Wilkes, and you see Father Wilkes turn and just... And that thing that attacked you hits Lee and just
Wipes him out.
No, not Lee.
blasts him apart.
Oh, no!
Like arms and legs fly. His head
Holy
kind of
cow.
bounces off into the shadows, and there's just a blood stain on the mushroom.
Holy cow!
Thanks for learning that trick.
Bad.
Take it he didn't have any fate chips.
Nope.
Yeah, Shay's
And he used all his cards up. So
man.
Lee has been blasted to smithereens.
He's been hamburgered.
It was nice knowing Lee.
Oh. And Jackie
So-
Chan is dead.
5s.
Jackie Chan is dead.
The
Damn, that sucks. No more fried rice.
I know.
nice.
That's
Oh,
all.
he was a good cook.
Right, R.I.P. Lee.
Was
Forgot
it,
to- okay, who forgot to feed the DM?
was it someone going to
Eat a
train?
Snickers, man.
You're
Oh, yeah, weren't you going to train under him or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can train under.
I was gonna go help him find his family and then help train under him, and now I got to put him back together first.
Yeah.
Well, he had a whole background story. Lost
know.
family.
Yeah.
Ah.
He needs a Snickers.
Tinfoil. So that was 5s, 4s,
Come on.
3s.
Come on.
I have a 3.
Okay. You saw the guy who just shot at
Does
you.
anybody else have a 3?
Nope. Sorry.
Everybody has 2s and 2s?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do my 3 and 2. I got 2 actions. So 3.
Yep.
I've got my 2 shotguns out, the sawed-off and the
And the
one.
regular one.
And I'm going to shoot all 4 barrels at Wilkes.
The scattergun's probably not going to reach him, but the rifle will. The long barrel will.
Maybe it'll tear through the mushroom he's standing on and make him wobbly.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay, well, we'll see.
So you're going to fire all 4 barrels at him?
Yep.
Okay.
He made me mad. He killed Lee!
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll. You're shooting.
It's the time to cross your fingers.
And your toes. and
Roll
your
my
eyes.
shooting.
Man, Lee died.
That's going to be 5.
Yeah.
7. I got a 7.
So you,
I do it for all 4 barrels.
you can roll each shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Before you continue, because you're going to use all 4 shots, subtract 8 from that. That leaves you with 1, right?
Subtract 8.
Or your highest roll was a 7?
7.
So you missed.
Why?
Okay, so let me explain this. Father Wilkes just cast what he was mumbling was
Yeah.
Cloak of Evil. And it's high enough. Whenever you go to shoot him, it's -8 to hit.
Dang. What an asshole.
Okay.
So you fire all 4 barrels,
Okay.
but You can roll and see if you get enough aces to actually pull something off, but I don't know if you will.
If I'm firing all 4 and don't know that yet, then
Might as well. Because you could always ace like mad.
7. No. 8. 9.
Okay, so no. Yeah, you fire all 4 barrels, and you swore at least 2 of them hit, and it didn't do a thing.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Now 2s.
2s.
Everybody's got 2s.
2 of spades.
2, 2, 2. I love you.
2, 2, 2, 2.
2, 2, 2, 2.
So you have a 2 of spades as
Yeah.
well?
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is simultaneous.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
I was going to step out from beneath the mushroom and go blam at him.
Okay.
Blam.
Not shoot him. He's just gonna yell blam.
He just yells blam.
Yells blam.
Hey, what? Blam!
He looks at you. Pew!
There's a red. That's one die or 2?
One die.
One die.
One die.
You add on to your highest.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh.
The 1. 12. Blue.
You're 12.
He gets to draw one.
Yep, I get to draw one.
Just one then.
5. So 17.
Minus
Times
8.
8
That'd be 9.
is
9.
9.
So you hit.
You hit.
Good.
Yay, Dennis.
Oh, freaking 9.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Burn shit.
Well, go ahead and roll location.
Oh, yes.
1. In the toe.
In the leg.
Oh, right in the big toe.
Okay, and that is
Blew his karate off, eh?
And he had moved up to hit Lee.
Right.
So he's kind of right there. Not behind cover now. At least.
4.
34. Nice. After my lynx was stolen, I tried to stick deodorant in the direction to remove cap and push up bottom. I walked a bit funny, but my fart smelled nice.
No, no.
This is the worst deodorant ever.
Yeah.
34 damage.
34, so that's what, 5 wounds?
Yeah.
Yep.
Took 1.
That's pretty good, actually.
Trendy.
Yeah, pen.
Trendy.
Pencil?
I
Got him to
started
spin
it.
chips.
I started it. It's on me. It's on me. I'll see if
Oh,
it
is this
lands out, he's
is
dead.
that a pen or a pencil?
Here, ready?
Fetch.
Ready?
Probably broke
Do it again. Now. Throw it.
Hit him in the eye.
I blocked it with my forehead.
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Dang, could have sworn he only had 1.
Okay,
Instead
so
of 4.
Good job, Dennis. So good job.
Yeah.
Yay.
so yeah, he
True blood! Alright.
you shoot him in the leg, you see it hit, a little bit of blood flies out, and he's like, and he backs up again, kind of trying to take cover. 2 of diamonds or hearts or clubs?
I have diamonds. What do you have, Boo?
Okay, so hearts is next.
How far away is the box on the pedestal?
From you, probably about 5 yards, 15 feet.
Can I get there with a pace of... Where's my pace? Where's my pace? 8.
Right below Vigor.
You can get most of the way there.
I'm going to run for the box.
Okay, run for the box. And you see
He's
Dr.
running for
Bruce
the
over
border.
there, too, kind of crouching down. And he seems to be looking at the body. Kind of like, oh, it's a body. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Maybe I can... Oh, no, you're really screwed there. I'm sorry. So
Father
you
Cobb, can you...
you go running over to the box.
The box.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else while you're running? Do you want to take a shot at somebody or just
She fired
run?
all 4, so.
And actually, you could run all out, pick up the pace if
Yeah.
you're not doing any actions, and get there.
I'm
this
going to
round.
run all out.
Okay, so you bolt over to the box and you get there and crouch down next to it.
There's an umpire. Safe.
Okay, so that's you and 2 of diamonds.
Yes.
What do you do?
Okay. That made me a little upset seeing that happen. So, yes, Yes, I'm a little.
What, Lilli running? It's not that bad. She's a good runner.
Yeah. Soul Blast then. 48.
48 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is Soul Burst or Soul Blast?
Blast. Individual.
Soul Blast. Ooh.
He's gonna give a little bit he gave out.
Ooh, I did get a pop.
Woot.
It's 11, 19, 25.
25 for damage?
Yeah.
Nice. And I guess
Right.
location?
Oh, I have to roll location. My bad. How dare I? 5.
5. Same leg.
We found a way in. Keep hitting it.
He's gonna lose his knee in a minute.
I'm kind of curious how the demons are feeling me shooting at one of their own.
They could care less.
Okay.
So he takes another shot to the leg, right in the thigh, and this time it buckles and he goes down with a yelp, and he kind of like you see him fall and kind of slide back down the mushroom, so he's out of sight. But you hit him.
Lee, you suck! I basically, you sucker! Beep! Lee! And then a bloom.
Okay.
There's a demon goes like, yeah, what is that?
You killed my rice maker.
Oh, he did.
Okay, so Father Wilkes drops out of sight, and everybody's out of cards, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Next round.
New round.
All right, you little fuckers, work this one.
Go, kid.
I'm gonna do it, Mike. This one was that wasn't a one.
No, it wasn't a
It was
one.
Conversation with you.
Okay, everybody got your cards?
Yep.
All right, let me get mine set up here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And
Cobb says a prayer and just teleports to Memphis.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they come back soon.
See you later, suckers.
ooh, okay. So
You get a message to our mummy friend.
Yeah.
aces, kings, queens,
Did you look at your card?
Queen of Hearts. You see the guardians that are remaining kind of stand up real quick and take something out of their pockets and throw them on the ground.
Oh, no.
And you see
Here we go again.
5 bones clatter out into that little clearing you're in. And instantly those bloody ones start to form. So they kind of take shape. And they're standing kind of spread out.
Yeah, but they weren't really nothing, were they?
Oh, they were.
They were
alright.
they were decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But they don't have to roll to see what they are. They see what they are, right?
yeah, now that you guys have discovered what's going on, you can see through the
You want to explain it again?
Yeah, oh yeah. So when the guardian angels from the Church of Lost Angels throw these bones down, they can be any bones. And just so you know, that remember that bone cave you went through? They're like, oh, I'll load up. So I have them.
Right, right.
I have one. They can each carry one.
Got armed.
They throw them down, and what it does is summon a being. Now, if you don't know these guys are evil, if you believe that they are actually priests or with a church, you see an angelic form with like a flaming sword or something like that appear before you to smite their enemies. Usually breaks a lot of people's willpower and they kind of freak out or run or give up. But if you know they're evil, they show what they really are, which are basically blood and gore encrusted skeletons that rise up and basically kind of move forward. And whenever they laugh, it's like, just imagine laughing with a
Throat so full of yogurt.
throat full of pudding.
They turn into politicians.
Yeah, pretty much. So you see those things take shape and start to
Pudding.
look around. Jacks.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Queens. Sorry.
Fine.
And they had Queen of Spades, so they went out first, but they probably waited. Copperhead, Sophie, and Haskins are all going to shoot at the bloody ones real quick. So let me just make one simple roll for everybody. That'll be the easiest way to do this. They're going to hit. Let's see. Okay. You see them shoot, and they each kind of like blow chips of bone or a rib off, but it doesn't really. They do like one wound to them each. So they're blowing pieces off, but that's it. But they are kind of like, the bloody one's kind of like, oh, there you are. So they are kind of drawing their attention a little bit for a moment.
Okay, there are how many disciples left?
There are 4
Yeah,
angels.
there were 5, and there's
so
the
there's-
one that's laying down.
So there's 4
Yeah.
bloody ones.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 3 angels left. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So they did have, there are 3 bloody ones, not 5. Because I forgot. The one guy is laying dead when you came in, and Lee killed another one with 4 arrows. So there's 3 angels left. There's Father Wilkes, who's
fallen
out of
behind
sight, and then who's about to be in sight is apparently Brother Cain. So, and you all remember the thing about Brother Cain and Father Wilkes, right?
Yep.
No.
Okay, so Brother Cain takes the form of a human, but he's actually this demon that has made a pact with Father Wilkes. You could kill him, he'll come right back. The only way to banish him is to kill Father Wilkes.
Yep.
Otherwise, he'll just keep coming back. So
That's
you could,
why even though we
you could
killed it,
shove dynamite down Brother Cain's pants, blow him into a million pieces, and in probably a couple actions, he'll reform and be right there. So the only way to get rid of him is to kill Father Wilkes.
Kill his link to the earthly plane.
Yes. Break that pact.
Yep.
So anyway,
But we don't see Cain yet.
nope, but
we've
you
heard
can
it.
hear him coming. He's charging. So,
Oh, we have the footsteps.
okay. So that was
Queens.
Queens, Jacks.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack, what do you got?
Diamond?
Diamond?
Club. So
So you're first, Olaf.
Okay. Since I'm right there next to the mushroom, and he fell off the mushroom down to the ground, am I now seeing him on the ground?
You can go around the mushroom
Yeah.
and see where he is. So if you go around the mushroom, there's a shorter mushroom that he was standing on,
Oh, okay.
and he's kind of laying on top of it.
Yeah.
So instead of being like 8 feet in the air, he's like 4 feet in the air. So you can see him right there.
So, now, is he still conscious?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And you see him
Profusely.
kind of
Yeah.
holding his leg and kind of, and you see there's a sickly green glow,
Uh-huh.
but you don't know what it's doing, but it's obviously uncomfortable for him where he was shot. So,
All right. Well, I will go ahead and shoot him one more time.
okay.
Since basically point blank. And
Yeah, you just walk around the mushroom. There you are.
give a nice up. 11 minus 8, 3.
Okay, so you're going to miss.
Spend another blue chip.
Unless you want to spend chips.
Spend a red.
Start with a red
Yes,
and
over the
then,
red.
okay. So I get a draw for,
And then 11. 4 is 15.
Yep. So you hit.
yep,
You hit.
it's -8.
Nice. Good job, Dennis.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
40, 10 to for the 10. Oh,
Location,
Come on, right in the head.
14.
14.
arm. So, okay, so 4
That
wounds.
abacus we need.
Yep.
we need.
Yeah.
He's only going to take 3, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was your roommate.
No, it's me.
They snuck out and nobody
A,
noticed.
why is he coming down?
He takes
How is he doing it so
2 wounds.
quickly?
2 wounds.
Yep.
Okay.
He soaked one with his chip and used a spell to negate the other wound. So he took 2 wounds to the arm, but he's still up.
Okay, and then I have my jack.
Yes, you're Jack.
So I can't see him, right?
If you duck behind the mushroom you're at, you could. Do you guys want a map? Is this going to make it easier?
We're okay right now. I
We're
think.
okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
There's a mushroom over there. He just walked around. You know he fell behind. There's a mushroom right here. So if you went on this side, you might be able to see him if there's nobody blocking your way.
Okay, so if I move, I can do that. Still do actions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'll move off to the side. Do I see him?
You do, but you also see coming out from the corner of your vision, he doesn't look like he's looking at you, Brother Cain.
Okay.
So, but you do see Father Wilkes just past him.
Okay.
It looks like he just held his arm.
So I could shoot. I could cast.
You can cast at Father Wilkes before Brother Cain devours your soul.
Yep.
Or your face.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yep. 7. That. All that, and I got a pair. I got a D6. Ooh, it popped. 11.
Nice job. Nice job.
I gotta do location though. Hold
Yeah,
on.
is this Soul Blast again?
Yeah. 5. So it's back in the leg
God
again.
damn it.
Like a little tiny,
A
little tiny laser.
But I do a wound. So
Little dots.
Let's just add insult to injury. He's like, gotta heal this leg. Oh, you shot me in the arm. Oh, what the other leg?
back in the leg again.
You hit him in the other leg for 1 point. So, okay. So that was
Somebody's got a little voodoo doll over here.
All right, Jack. So
Jack's
now 10.
tens. Okay. 10 of hearts. The guardians that are left are going to take a couple pot shots. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to shoot.
I'll shoot the pot than us.
You know what? They don't really care at this point. They're going to shoot the 3 of you because you haven't moved. But they're like, no, fuck it. I don't know if he's dead. Pow! So they aren't called bad guys for nothing. Kelvin, the one on you is going to miss.
Hello.
I'll twitch like he hit me.
Uh-oh.
Cobb, the one on you is going to hit. Ooh,
Damn it.
he's going to put it in the head.
Fudge.
Jeez.
Don't melon ball our preacher.
They're like, that's not my kind of preacher. Okay. Size 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to take
Forgets he
two
goes-
wounds to the head.
2 wounds. Who's it shot me?
One of the angels.
Oh, okay. Not the guard, the skeleton things, though.
No, they haven't
yeah, they
noticed
don't.
you yet.
You're gonna.
Oh.
You're gonna be -2.
Yeah, I'll spin a chip.
Okay.
Red chips, man.
Oh, and Bo. I forgot.
What?
I forgot all about Bo.
What about me?
They missed.
Oh, I'm
But-
running out of here.
On their second 10, they're going to try again.
What?
Kelvin, they are going to hit you.
Oh, what, they're doing it again to the same 3?
Yeah, they're bad guys. They're like, well, he's down, but I want to make sure he's down. Going to shoot you in the lower guts. What's your armor?
2.
Okay. Ting. It tickles a bit.
Hit you right in the groin. Twing.
You got that. That.
Got the
What are those called?
cod piece.
Cod piece.
Yeah.
Hit you and you stand right up.
Teflon cod
Whoa.
Yeah. Bang! Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Impressed.
Yeah, he's dead.
Getting the rigor mortis already. Huh?
Hit you.
Yeah, baby.
The
Yeah, baby, yeah.
arms. Do you have armor on your arms?
It's a duster.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay. Twang.
Stop it, you guys.
You talking to me or you shooting me now? Right?
Yeah, he's shooting you now.
Now he's shooting you.
Ooh, he can't put it in the head, so it's going to be the upper guts for you. You don't have any armor, do you? take 1 wound if you wish.
Nope.
Okay. 9s. Okay.
Would you stop it?
You stop.
That better be Copperhead.
No. Father Wilkes is mad. He just looks at you and he's like, no. And he's going to try that thing on you.
Damn it.
Do you have an arcane chip?
I got a legend.
Okay, you might need it.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. So 27 points. So you'll take what?
4
Size 6, 4 wounds
to the
to
arm.
your arm.
So the legend would allow me to do what?
Negate 4 wounds.
Negates 4. Yep.
Spend the legend chip.
Spend the legend chip.
Okay. Nothing
Legend
happened.
ship spent.
I don't have that, but we'll do a blue.
Legend.
You didn't make blue and
Basically, he just looks at you. He's like, no. Tries to blow your arm off, and you just kind of, and it kind of hits the metal brace maybe, and looks like it goes around it, and you're like, no.
My God's stronger.
Yeah, could be. All right, so that was 9s.
I've been working on my face.
8s.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh boy, here we go.
Finally. Just like that pull motor.
Okay. Anybody have 8 of spades? The 8 of spades.
Oh, who's 8 of spades?
This is the Guardians again.
Oh, my Guardians of the Galaxy suck.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The red button. I am Groot.
I would not be adverse to having them here running point.
Let's see. Okay. Kelvin, you're going to get shot one more time.
Got 2.
In the guts. 2 points of armor.
Yep.
Ooh.
What the heck?
16 points.
Golly.
Jeez.
So that's going to be 2 wounds to your, what did I say, lower guts?
No, it's
You want a blue?
not.
No, 2. Why are you spending a blue?
Oh, wait. 2.
Because that's all he's
Your
got. Oh, sorry.
So is that under your
2
duster?
whites.
Duster's got 2.
Yeah. They found a chink in the armor, or your duster flapped open on the last shot, and they hit you right there. But it went through. So,
Thank goodness it passed clear through me. Didn't do any damage.
I missed.
Hits the back of the armor, starts bouncing around.
Ooh, you missed.
Okay.
So barely, but they missed. All right.
I'm okay.
So 8 of hearts. Anybody got an 8 of hearts?
Yes.
Okay. This happened simultaneously.
Oh boy.
Cobb's like,
Who's them? Are the Guardians again?
Brother Cain.
Oh, the demons.
So the demon walks into the circle, and Cobb's like, now I'm gonna lay down here and act like
No.
You're laying on the ground, so you're just like,
So
he comes in.
are the Guardians, Cain, and what do you call the skeletal guys?
Bloody ones.
Are they all within like 6 yard radius?
6 yards? Yeah, most of them are.
All right.
Because when Cain comes out, he's right in the middle of the 3 bloody ones, and the Guardians aren't too far behind under cover.
All right.
uh-oh.
This is called the Holy Hand Grenade.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Now you take the holy hand grenade.
I forget what it's called.
5 is right out.
look,
And
Activate Cobb.
Activate Cobb.
all right. So
The Intercontinental Cobb.
we're going the same time then?
Huh?
We're going the
Same time, as soon as he steps in the middle of those bloody ones and like, what do you do?
Okay, well, I kind of dragged myself up, and I see all of them, and I see Cain there and everything. I'm like, fucking gonna send you all to hell! And I use my blessing, HELLFIRE.
Oh, yeah!
I don't care how big the cavern is. I cast HELLFIRE.
So what does this bad boy do?
So, because of I've got level 6 faith,
Yep.
it's gonna be 2d12 damage to every single location on their bodies.
Activate Cobb.
Nice.
Right.
The power of Cobb compels you to die.
Wow, nice. Do you want to roll the damage for him?
Holy water.
That way you
If you don't
can.
like it, then you can have Dale roll it.
It'd be 11.
Okay, so let me keep track of Yeah, let me do this because I'm going to need it.
So they'll all take a wound to their bodies. Everywhere.
Basically.
How's that song go? Hey, so
One
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Holy shit!
So I don't know, the
Only
undead
evil
won't probably
really
suffer
loves
wind,
so-
but well,
one hit.
it's magic wind though. It's magic, yeah.
Magic
11,
wind. Yeah.
11,
So okay. So let's start with bloody one number 1. So 11.
So it's one wound.
And
All
we're going to do arm, leg, guts, head. Okay. Arm 11. Go ahead.
Oh, just keep rolling.
Does it do?
It doesn't say.
I would say roll for each location because you might get
All right.
lucky
So
and
there's how many locations per character?
6.
6. So
Six.
you have to roll 6 for each character.
Yeah, you could
All right.
lose something or could obliterate
So
something.
11,
17.
17,
Okay.
Is this just two evil
19.
characters?
19.
Woo!
Okay. Hold on. What was you saying? What were you saying?
Is this only affect evil people?
No, anybody there.
Yeah.
Anybody
yeah,
there.
that was kind of wondering where are we standing there.
12.
12 on the fourth one.
14.
14 on the fifth one. And one more.
Oh, and if it's head and guts, do they get extra dice? Or well, no, it doesn't say.
Head, it would.
Well, it doesn't. Just I don't think it specifically says.
I think.
Let me go ahead
I think
and.
that's gonna,
This is
like,
the last one,
give them
right?
all the wounds they can take in.
For that guy. 20.
Aw,
Woo!
20 on number 6.
It's still what? 3 wounds, right?
When you add them all up,
yeah, them all up.
Yeah.
doesn't Brother Bernard carry a holy hand grenade?
So this is what, number 2?
Sorry, our chat's messing up, folks.
16.
That's the first one.
14.
Second one.
12.
Third one.
10.
Fourth one.
11.
Fifth one. Last one.
Come on, baby. Give me a pop. No, 14.
Why wasn't showing up?
Okay. Guardian 2.
12. 2.
Okay.
5. It's running weak.
Running out of juice.
Yeah, use mine if you need to.
24. Oh, and 13. 24.
Oh, okay.
There's 4.
Oh no!
Oh!
Woo!
This one's gonna
22.
hurt him.
Ooh.
22 so far.
Oh,
23.
We're all there.
We're all looking at this dice going,
one more.
Still not
More
good.
for this guy.
One more.
Get a double pop. Come on.
16. These dice are getting tired.
Swap out. You got it. Okay. And Brother Cain.
Those better double pop. You want to just put in mine?
They're due. No,
How many
no,
chips
no.
you got
no.
over there, Brad?
All right.
Come on.
So I'm going to do this for your advantage in case you want to spend chips. First is an arm. Left arm.
You can't spend chips on damage.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
10.
Okay. Oh, 10.
You do it for a reroll, can't you?
Yeah.
14. Oh, I'd have to re-roll everything.
Yeah.
And start over again.
Second one was 14.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow, double pop!
Oh, double pop! Nice!
yes!
Especially on Brother Cain.
Reroll that beautiful dice.
All right, so that's 24 to start with.
Right?
34,
41.
41.
Nice! God said, screw you, demon.
Yeah.
Too bad they couldn't make
Okay.
head.
15,
God made him taste the rainbow.
16.
He's spitting Skittles out his ass.
One more.
Those ass getting spittles.
Make it count.
Oh, close.
21.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you see basically a huge ball of like this really hot red flame kind of emanate from the center and just kind of,
And it's like really quick too. It just burns up
so it's
all
like
the
a
oxygen.
flash
there.
burn.
Okay.
So it's and when it's all said and done, most of them are like, "Ow!" There's one guardian that's basically really scorched his leg, so he's collapsed. One of the bloody ones actually is kind of his head has rolled off and he collapsed because you did the most damage to his head.
Oh.
The other two are kind of like, their kind of bones are charred and that. Brother Cain, when it is said and done, he collapses on the ground because his right leg is missing. So basically, you blew off his leg, and he just collapses like, and I'm falling. So he collapses on the ground, just screaming. And good job, Brad. Nice.
That's going to stump his plans.
Yeah.
All right.
He ain't got a leg to
But
stand on.
he can still regenerate that leg though, because
You.
it wasn't me.
You said stop his plans.
Oh.
Oh! Simon.
I was showing Simon.
You got deferred.
That's okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, so that was what was it? Eights.
I'm still got an 8.
Still got an 8.
And so does.
Finish him off.
I'm
no,
over
he
here
doesn't.
by the box.
Okay, so over by the box, Dr. Bruce is like, "You're not going to believe this."
Halloween is out.
He has like a match. He's lit a match, and he put it out, and you're not going to believe this. He lights another one, and he holds it down to this guy's chest. There is a gaping hole and no heart. And he's like, "Listen." And you hear,
He's still alive.
It's the shaman.
he's like, he kind of points at the box.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to do.
You think we should put it in?
I think this means that the heart's still beating because he's still breathing. And I'm
He
gonna.
probably needs it. So what do you do?
He is a doctor.
I'm a doctor. I think that's
I
important.
know
that
these things.
I think that's important that it's in his chest. Doesn't really do much good in a box.
Well, yeah, I was
Put it in his forehead. Oh,
going to open the box.
best
That's
foot
what I was
forward.
going to do.
oh,
Put it on his arm so he has his heart on his sleeve.
Yes. Robert Pope was saying he put his best foot forward. He's talking about the demon that got his leg broken.
Yeah, there you go. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to open the box.
Okay, so you get up and start to open the box. All right.
There's a man in the box.
Better than something else.
Jack.
In the box.
No.
Jack. So you reach up and you touch the box, and as you do, you kind of like open it up. There's the heart that's beating, and you're right there by Father Wilkes.
Yeah.
You see him kind of like, it's
I
open.
got you high.
Not gonna jaw
He just
it.
kind of says it.
I got
It's
you
open. And he pauses. So, okay, well, that's your action. So, sevens?
She's got a heart in her
Oh,
hand.
I went too far, but I do have a 7.
Okay. What do you
Super excited.
got? Nobody else has eights, right?
Yes, I have a 7.
Okay, so 7 of
Diamond.
Spades.
spades. Okay, so 7 of spades, you first.
Okay. Do I still see him? Now that the big demon thing fell?
Oh, Wilkes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see him kind of like
No,
looking at
Cain.
Olaf,
Which
and
one, Cain or Wilkes?
Wilkes.
he kind of like, and he says something and kind of looks in the direction of the box.
All right. Well, I'm just like,
He's distracted.
Hit him with Soul Blast.
Soul Blast!
Soul Blast.
Soul. What's that?
That's a singular.
Can we do American? What was the hair product? Soul. Shine? Soul glow. Soul glow. All of a sudden,
3.
I got an
He's
ace.
speaking in tongues.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
2 aces.
Ooh,
2 10s.
ooh. And.
2 pair.
So 2 pair.
They're ace high. Does that?
2
Yeah, 2
pairs.
pairs.
2 pair ace high.
I don't think ace high really,
I don't think it does anything in the book.
unless it's specifically
48.
48.
40 d8.
That's better than what he usually does.
Yeah. Yeah, you've
Ooh,
been
got a
doing pretty
pop.
good tonight, Mike.
You got a pop? No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was an 8. The green one.
Was?
Yeah.
You moved
It was right up there. It was an 8, and then
Oh.
you moved it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So roll
So,
again.
15, 20. 24.
24 points.
Yes.
He's not gonna let
Where?
you slide. You,
Oh, 5. Same spot. Same spot, though.
It's like Ace Ventura. Ow! Ow!
Same spot.
So
it's in the bowl.
yeah, so 25. That's 4 wounds, right?
Yep, and I already wounded him last time.
Yep. So
So now he looks like Brother Cain with no leg. And
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's going to have a limp too.
like serve it like mask.
you know, actually, the way I had it in my head, Brother Cain lost his right leg. He only took 1 wound in his right leg. So now that you did the soul blast to that leg, he's like, the box is open. Son of a! As his leg basically just falls off. Blasted it
What do we do? We drop the legs off
the thigh, and it just cauterized the wound.
Yep.
So his leg just rolls off right in front of you, like plop. And he's like, son of a...
You try it my way. Boom.
Okay.
Way to go, guys!
Yeah, nice
Hey.
job. All right.
takes wind
8
too,
of
right?
diamonds?
7.
Or 7 of diamonds, I mean.
Does he take wind too, or do I gotta roll that?
He does not take wind.
Okay.
I ain't got no cool shit to do.
7, so we're
I don't know.
6.
Shark's Big 50 is
Well,
pretty
he's
cool.
finishing
Yeah,
his
just
7.
kind of
He's
pull
still
it
got
up.
7.
Yeah, there's a Sharp's Big 50 on your hip.
Well, I'm laying. I figure out the way that he's laying on the ground, I'm kind of on my side,
Yeah.
you know, so I
Yeah.
make sure to land so I kind of have the rifle aimed
Yeah, I'm sure.
into the room or
Or
whatever.
at least have your hand on it.
Right. What's going on with that demon? Is it just down on the like leaning?
It's kind of pushed itself up and kind of getting ready to hop up on one leg. And you already see like a shot of bone is starting to grow and the muscles starting to stitch back together.
Man.
I mean, a couple rounds, he'll probably have his leg back.
Dang.
But he's basically, well, remember, he fell off a cliff and then within 2 rounds he was gone. So he's starting to stitch his leg back together. But he's not really paying attention.
The
He's
sharps was already
right there.
loaded. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to say a quick prayer. Like, God, if you're out there, make this bullet count.
Okay.
And I pull the trigger.
Aiming at the demon? Are you aiming for a specific...
No, just in his
hitting
general
him.
direction.
Okay,
because
got it.
It'd take too long to try to get into this fight in the first place.
Okay.
59, right? 59 to hit. To hit.
To hit.
To hit.
Oh, to
Oh,
hit.
that was
I'm
just a
darn
hit.
it.
Roll location.
Probably get 2 for damage.
18.
You can easily
Yeah.
put that in the head.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Sweet.
So your Sharp's Big 50 is what?
Mike
damage?
and Brad using stealth.
Big fucking gun. The Sharp's Big 50 is... Where did it go?
It should be,
5d10.
yeah, 5d10.
So you're going to roll 70-10 because you put it in the head.
Jesus.
Everybody out of the way.
This Molotof's gonna hurt.
1, 2 pops.
Woo!
So 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, you haven't been able to do much, Rob, but when you do, you make it count.
Yeah, no doubt.
Uh-huh. Say 50.
Yes.
Hold on, while we let Rob count his dice to kill.
And another pop.
82.
4 pops.
Does he have a brain left?
Do you think they have enough
But
dice?
hold on a minute. I want it known. He's laying flat on the ground. He did not brace himself at all. So he
Just
pulls the
lifted it
trigger
and pulled the trigger.
goes, wee!
Spins halfway around like the Three Stooges. Brother Cain is like,
Basically,
oh,
bam!
I'm gonna eat your. His head disintegrates. Because even though he had a size of 8, 82 points, that's still 10 wounds. So it blew his head apart. So it does, and it's kind of like Evil Dead, where you just hear it spatter on the ground as everything goes dead quiet, and he just falls to the ground. And as he does, from
Hey, we're back, Brad.
from his neck stump comes this like
I never want to go to that place again, Mike.
I know.
just kind of slowly oozes out.
Out of his neck hole.
Yeah, out of his neck stump.
Out of his neck. Stump.
Easy.
When I get spun around, I want to be facing Cobb. I'll be like, God does work.
You turn around. Thank you for the pamphlet, Cobb.
Pamphlet.
Okay,
I'm
so
so glad that you guys have been effective during this game.
so that was.
Hey, you put your heart in it. So
Do you have any cards left, Bobbi?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so that was sevens,
Sevens.
sixes.
6s, clubs.
nice.
He's gonna lay there and bleed.
Does it look like he's going to get back up, or
Not right now, but you
not
do-
right now?
You notice that his leg is still kind of slowly stitching, and as that blood flows, you see it stop.
Okay.
So he's starting to regenerate, but might take him longer than a couple rounds right now.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I'll be
Oh, it might take him
at least a couple
before
rounds.
he starts to regenerate.
Well, before he's
he's-
fully regenerated.
Oh my God.
Because he's like, oh, I'm going to get this leg back and I'm going to shove it so far up your neck hole.
Now I gotta wait for this head
Yeah,
to come
now-
back
now
so
I
I
gotta
can
wait
even
for my
say
head.
shit.
So yeah, the blood you've noticed is already
talking now.
stopping. So it's probably going to start regenerating soon.
Okay. Well, is there any other ones up right now, or
A couple of the bloody ones are kind of staggering around, not sure what to do. Two of the guardians are starting to get back up, but they're kind of, they each have like 2 wounds as their most, so they're like, ow, son.
Okay.
And it looks like those 2 are probably going to try and move off to cover first.
Okay. Well, I go ahead and just start walking up to one of them.
The guardians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guardians with my revolver shotgun, and I'll take a shot at one of them.
Okay. Go ahead.
Comes in with the street sweeper. Just cleaning up the mess.
Yep.
Another one here. Oh crap. 4. So
You shoot, but the guy actually stumbles. You just barely miss him.
now do I get +2 for the shotgun?
Actually, yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, +2 to all shotguns because
Yeah.
it's buckshot.
So that hits then?
Yeah, that would hit because you rolled a 4, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you got him.
Ooh, 18.
Ooh, upper guts, right in the middle of the back.
That's 4 or 5d6.
4d. Well, how close are you?
I was walking pretty much straight up there.
Okay, 5d6.
Uh, 6, 10, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you shoot him in the back, or would you shoot him in the back, or would you wait till he turns towards you, like, hey?
I shoot him in the back.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, he took 3 wounds from your HELLFIRE, so that pretty much blows a hole in his back, so he drops dead
Okay.
right there. Okay. That was 6s, 5s. Sophie, Haskins, and Copperhead are going to take shots at the bloody ones. Pick a little more off of them. So they're kind of slowly wounding him. Copperhead's more probably concerned about you two, so he's not really, he's like, pow, pow, bam, like waiting to get over to you until he sees your Sharp's Big 50 go off and you just walk up behind that guy. He's like, Oh, well, shit. Fuck that. So now he's
I got
like,
this.
well, now I'm going to start shooting right. So, but he just shoots off one shot. So, all right. 5s, 4s, 3s,
Yes.
3s. Okay, what do you have?
3.
I got a 3
Spade.
of diamonds.
Spades is first. You reach up, pick up the heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna also drop my shotgun to Dr. Bruce, reload that, and pick up the heart.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like the puts a couple shotgun shells in there. You pick up the heart, and it's like a desiccated, like dried up husk of a heart, but as you pick it up, you feel it. It's still beating. So you bend down to the Indian.
Eat it.
Well, if Dr. Bruce thinks that's the...
He was like, I think he needs it.
yeah.
So
I'll
you
listen to the shaman down under.
Yeah. So you kneel and you go to move the heart, and all of a sudden it kind of like lifts up out of your hands and almost like jumps from your hands into his chest. And as soon as it gets in there, you can see like muscle and tendons kind of stitching themselves around it. And as it does, kind of starts to get redder, juicier, like the blood is flowing again. And as it does, you see the chest close, and you hear, and as he inhales, like all the skin goes taut, and he's like some Native American in like the prime of his life, maybe in like early 30s, but really in good shape. He kind of, his eyes open, he kind of looks at you, looks at Dr. Bruce.
So bad.
Looks at you, looks at Dr. Bruce. When he looks at you, it's like that staring right into your soul almost.
Yeah.
And he does it to Dr. Bruce. And then he kind of... And he doesn't even... You know how people like slowly lift them? He just hops to his feet. Like gets to his feet.
Like all
And
gymnastic.
he walks out from behind this pedestal.
And can we take a break now?
Yes, we will do that.
I gotta
Good
stand
job.
up.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Even the break
Climax
is a
coming.
cliffhanger. How about that?
For playing vampire. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm looking forward to see what the heck happens now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were at 2, right?
2s, and you put the heart in the shaman,
kind of thing.
and he got up.
I reload.
Oh yeah, 3s, and you reload.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the end of the round.
Nope.
Nope.
2s. Those were 3s. So.
That was 2.
Oh, do you have a 2?
Yeah, I had a club.
I had a 2.
Spade
Okay, he was first.
and
I had a 2.
diamonds.
And back to the TV.
You had a 3.
You had a 2. He had a 2.
I
I just
had,
handed you a 2.
no, you handed us a 3.
3.
Oh, never mind. Maybe I didn't have a 2.
Okay.
I thought I had a 2. Oh,
First she's losing speech, now you're just forgetting.
I don't worry.
Go ahead, Joe.
Are we playing a game?
So
And
2 of
back to the
spades.
TTRPG.
That's what I'm saying.
Father Wilkes is going to try and blast you again.
Oh,
Jesus.
nice.
Dude's powerful.
Let's see.
He doesn't even have a leg to stand on.
There, I don't know. I'm not doing nothing.
Wait, I didn't make a...
He's going to do 5 wounds to your left leg, Olaf, which is going to blow your leg off unless you
Well,
want to.
no,
Moving while
I'm wearing
reloading.
that
Oh, I was
mechanical
reloading.
contraption thing.
Okay, so do me a favor.
Yeah.
Roll a 6-sider. 1, 2, or 3, it hits you. 4, 5, or 6, it hits the contraption.
It's a 3.
So he's going to hit you. So it is going to blow your leg off because it's not enclosed. Remember, it struts.
Oh, yes. We totally forgot that Olaf was in that
Suit.
mechanical
Yeah.
suit.
But it's
Get away from her, you bitch!
How much actual damage?
5.
5 wounds. So you'll have to
5
spend chips to avoid it if you wish.
Blue is 3, red is 2, one is blue, white is 1.
Spend your whites. And then a red. Or just take 1 wound.
I'll spend 4 and take 1 wound.
Okay, so you take a wound to your leg.
Left or right?
Left.
What is with this guy?
And when it hits, you feel like it's almost like a burning, poisonous sensation, but you only take 1 wound. And roll a d6 for your wind.
It's just a
just a flesh wound.
It's just a scratch.
I've had worse.
So what do I roll
D6.
for win?
D6.
3.
Okay, so you take 3 wind.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm right there next to him. Am I gonna have a negative to hit him in the head?
You can point blank, boink,
Yeah.
and pull the trigger.
Bam.
Okay.
Still having -8 though, right?
No, that has actually gone.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Now it's
So,
done.
It is the.
And he does not have time to cast it again.
I like our evil smile, Rob.
Actually, wait a minute. Now that you brought that up, I forgot he had a card up his sleeve. So,
Uh-oh.
it's a quickness
Cobb
check.
might be screwed. Or, I mean, Olaf might be
So,
screwed.
before you make your roll your quickness.
Okay, quickness.
And he's going to roll his quickness. Whoever rolls higher goes first.
Above smarts.
88.
Wow, at the end of the fight, you're going to spend ages looking at all the detached links to find your own.
I rolled a 2 and a 2.
Is this your leg? Nope, not my leg. Nope, it was your leg.
That was
A 2 and a 2?
I got a 2 and a 2.
Okay. Oh, he got a 2 and a 4 and a 4. So, he is going to try and cast that again.
Soul blasting mother hupper.
Are you kidding me?
He cast that -8 thing. That cloud.
And he just backlash, didn't he?
He didn't backlash, but he didn't make it. His highest was a 4. And if he would have rolled a 3, no, I'm sorry, if he would have went bust, he gets backlash. But he rolls a 4, so he sees you bring that shotgun up, and he's like, and it just kind of peters out right past your ear, and it looks more like Bo's fireworks show. He just,
Alrighty.
Darn
and
it, that leg hurts.
you put the bullet or the barrel right to his head.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nominus patre. Attack to file.
And it's going to be in the noggin.
Started giving him his last rites right then.
On the outer, Peter, Paul, Mary.
Lo, do I
No, I walked through the valley.
Pop,
the shadow of death.
pop.
Okay.
Yes!
So he did hit.
You did hit. And you don't have to worry about location because you're pointing at the head.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage, which is what, 48?
40-10.
40-10?
60-10.
So it's 60-10.
60-10. Oh.
Lo, that
2
I
for the
walk
head.
valley of the shadow of death.
20.
20. Okay.
Click, click, boom.
You basically shoot him in the head, and it takes the top part of his head off and blows one of his eyes out. And you can see the brain, and he just kind of, opens that one eye and just looks at you.
What the hell?
You thought you had night
And-
before.
It's a demon.
And he basically slumps down.
Oh,
Man.
Yeah.
nice.
And you guys notice
I'll remember you.
you're looking at Cain like, well, do we put a dynamite in the next stump, or you want to shove your holy shotgun in there? And all of a sudden, it's like that black ooze just, and it's big old pool, and you see his leg is just, he twitches, lays still, and then all of a sudden it just turns to a pile of ash in his shape.
Oh,
It just-
man. Terminator theme plays. Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel that.
You still have the dead ones, though, right?
What'd you
The
do,
bloody
Cobb?
ones, actually, most of them start to kind of get confused, and there's only 2 guardians left, and they're kind of in cover.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you guys see from out behind that pedestal comes this shaman, and he comes out. He says something in Native American, looks around, and you see him look, say a few words, and point his hand, and you feel like it looks like a heat wave. And all of a sudden, you hear a scream, and you see this because you're on that other side of the mushroom where the guy was taking it. The guy just incinerates into himself,
Oh, jeez.
like catches on fire from the inside.
the guys?
The guardian
Oh,
catches
man.
fire from the inside, and then just collapses in a pile of ash.
Jeez.
And then he kind of like does the same thing over here, and you hear another scream, And you two, well, everybody in the clearing can see one of those guys stumble out from behind a mushroom doing that. It just into a pile of ash. And then the bloody ones, he just looks at them and they collapse and disappear like they did before.
Nicely done, Olaf. Boom.
Good job, guys. And then he actually stands kind of before you.
He says, "Ooby Juju."
He's like, you didn't steal any towels, did you?
Elder, your loincloth is
He stops, looks at everybody else, just like he did with you and Dr. Bruce. Locks eyes with you, and you feel it looking like straight into your soul for a moment. Then he looks at each one of you in kind, Sophie, Haskins, everybody, and kind of closes his eyes for a minute. And when he speaks, it's in Native American, a dialect you've never heard, but you hear in your head in English, I am Jorjava. I do not recognize you or your clothes. Your clothes are very strange. You do not look like my people. And yet I can see the fire in your hearts. You have awakened me, and I thank you. He kind of looks around. Much has changed since I walked this world. I can feel the corruption that has entered it. An ancient bargain has been broken. I have much to learn and much to do. But I shall never forget you. May the Great Spirit guide your path. I, Jorjava, will take you out of here, and it's time to return to the world.
Holy shit.
And then he stops and he says, do my people live?
Yes.
I'll step out. Yes, they do, and they are on the surface. They are shamans that have kept your promise ever since then.
Your relatives are still alive.
What was the chief's
The
name?
direct line.
What was the chief's name that we Tokrak?
Oh, Torak, the shaman.
Torak now leads your people up above.
I do not know that name.
It's been some time. I can't put it because I know about Raven, right?
Yeah.
I go, Raven has made a deal with the devils, and that's why they walk.
That's who murdered my kin, my fellow shamans. I believe I am the last.
Yes.
Has your body always been here?
I came back to my heart some time ago. I know not how much time has passed.
Quite a while.
Time is different where I was.
It is something year time.
1877.
1877 now.
Let us leave this place.
You lead, I'll follow.
And he basically starts to walk out of the cavern. So,
Behind him.
you guys all following behind him?
Limp behind him.
Yeah.
I'm all right. What about you?
I'm fine. I just saw you fall. I was worried about you.
No, I just didn't think of anywhere else I'd go except to the ground.
Well, I'm glad the Lord healed you all the way down here. You all right, Colin? So you fall too? You all right?
I'm all right. It didn't do much damage.
The hell you didn't? You see that? Where the hell?
I said they didn't do that much to me.
I'm kind of pausing. I paused for a second. What was the shaman's name? I'm sorry.
Jorjava.
Jorjava, wait.
He kind of turns.
Our companion Lee, he died trying to save you. And I kind of run over to Lee's body.
Pieces of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
I
thank him.
those men that we just dispatched, they were responsible for killing his whole family, and I guess now they finally got him.
Make sure his spirit gets where it needs to be.
His spirit is on a different path than my spirit.
All right.
I am not all powerful.
Well, I know it's a messy business, but I will grab something, maybe one of those dead guys or the one that's like laying on the ground and kind of wrap up what I can, like some of the limbs, so he can be buried. Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you can. Jorjava, you notice, doesn't really stop. I mean, he's not running out, He's just walking, but he's not going to stand there and wait for you to gather up your friend.
Yeah.
So you notice that, and
Well, can I try and do Phantom Fingers then?
you can.
Okay.
Are you just trying to gather up his parts with Phantom Fingers?
Yeah.
You don't even have to roll.
Whatever
You'll be
big
able to do
chunks
it.
you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can gather up as much as you can.
Maybe his bow and stuff. Kind of like
Yeah.
the main stuff, and then
Yeah, his bow is still there, and so is his quiver of arrows. So you,
I can Phantom Finger up and like take something and like a blanket or something, wrap it up.
yeah, you can. Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. So as you guys do that, Jorjava leads you all the way back through safely. You notice he bypasses all the ghouls, and at one point you do hear some.
Going in the different direction than the way we came.
No, you're going the same direction, but he takes some different tunnels that you didn't take before.
Oh.
And he kind of basically walks back, and Haskins is like, oh, as you guys start to leave this area, he's like, you might need this. And he holds out the necklace, and he kind of looks at it, and he holds out his hand. He puts it, Haskins puts it in his hand. He kind of looks at it, closes his fist, closes his eyes, says, this is Torax now, if he wishes it. If not, you may keep this as my thanks. I no longer need it.
All right.
He's like, and he kind of pats his chest. I am whole again. And I am back to start again.
If you need our help, we'll be happy to lend a hand.
I appreciate it. But this
What
is
if-
something I must do.
Understood.
What if Torak no longer feels he's worthy of this necklace? Can you tell him whether he is or isn't?
I will speak to him when we leave. When we exit. I know he's there. So basically, he takes you through, and at one point you do go through those caverns where the ghouls were, and you can hear them moving around. And as soon as he's like going, you hear, ooh, ooh, and scurrying away. And it's like, this is why they didn't come down here, because they're like, there's a guy down there, and he's still alive. I don't want to eat him. I don't know what's going on, but this guy's weird. And he's
funny.
such a powerful shaman of the old ways and the nature spirits. It's like they don't want anything to do with him. So as he's walking through these tunnels, they're like scurrying from him. So you guys get out all the way back. Yeah, even the water, when he walks through, you notice those blind fish just like swim away from him, and he just kind of walks right through the water and come. All those dangers that you're facing to get down here,
There's no.
they don't even come near him.
Are we still going to have to jump over that ravine, that crevasse?
No. You see, when he gets to that, he kind of like holds his hand up to the sky, makes like this, like almost like a yipping war cry sound. You actually see the rocks kind of grow a little bit, and then all these nature spirits come from all over the cavern, and they kind of make a bridge. They kind of meld together and make a bridge over the chasm.
Cool.
And you guys just walk over the nature spirits
Wow.
and walk on
Uses
out.
cheat codes.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, those mushrooms, I ate 10 of those, and I'm like super invulnerable.
So out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys didn't.
I used to be 4 feet tall. Look at me now. So he takes you all the way back out to the entrance of the cavern. And when you get there, Torak and several braves are there. And he comes out of the cave, and you see them like drop to their knees and all this stuff. And he kind of pauses. He speaks in their language, which some of you have kind of picked up on. He's like, arise. You have honored me well. And Torak starts to talk, and he puts his hand on Torak's shoulder, and he's like, you did as you were meant to do. Perhaps this is the old ways vow that the great spirits wanted us to follow. You have done your part, and I hold no ill will. And he kind of holds out the necklace, and he's like, do you wish to keep it? Torak's like, should I? He's like, if only for memory. And he kind of looks, and he's like, I don't think I've respected it enough. Give it to him. And he hands it to Haskins. Torak's like, he's like, You have earned the respect of the shamans, the 13. We have no question, no quarrel, no qualm with you. You've done well. Pass on your
Hey,
knowledge.
is it Brack? Somebody new just popped in.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Catch me crying.
He says,
Good evening.
pass on your knowledge to the next shaman and the next one. And don't let them forget the story. And he nods. And he's like bawling, you know. And the shaman, and even the guides are like, oh my God, I can't look at this guy. And the shaman kind of looks at you guys and he's like, I thank you for what you've done here. You don't know how much of a fight you have won against Raven and his ilk.
Well, I have a question. Where there's one, there's many.
Yes. Corruption has entered this world, and I aim to seek it out, but there is much I need to learn. I must travel and see what has changed and what is happening.
We've done the same and quite a bit.
Keep doing it. And should I request your help, I will find you.
Well, if you ever want boxing lessons, just come down with the banjo in Memphis.
He's like, I've had enough time with boxes. Thank you.
I meant
Oh,
it's a sport.
oh, okay. Well, I don't even know about that. So he kind of nods and says, may the spirits watch over you all.
I'm going to whisper in his ear.
Can I see your tomahawk?
Show you mine if you show me yours. I'm going to tell him how he can find me.
And he kind of, he's like, when I understand what that means, I will remember.
Just remember.
I will. And
I
he's-
kind of tap Olaf's machine. I go, this is something that we of technology have come into the
Oh,
world.
he probably had to take it off to... I'm sorry. He probably had to take it off to get through the actual doorway under the waterfall.
Yeah, you would have had to take it off to get out.
And carry it
So,
back out.
yeah. But you're like, yeah, this is what we've done with technology. He looks at it. I don't like it.
Well, it's not the old ways, that's for sure.
No, that's why I don't like it.
There's a lot of it.
If this is the way of the world, I will discover it. Now I must leave. And you see him take a couple steps away out on, and it's really cool because it's like those steps with the water and the waterfall, and he steps out and the mist is around him and the sun is kind of setting. So it's kind of like all lit, and he actually assumes the shape of a hawk and just takes off. Yeah. With that hawk cry.
Yeah.
And just flies off into the sky. And
Beautiful man.
yep.
Morning.
So Torak is kind of like beside himself, but he's like, oh my God, you must stay with us to rest tonight and tell us the story. So that night, you guys are going to camp down with the Havasupai,
Oh, yeah.
and they're going to drill you with questions.
Masseuses.
Yeah. So if anybody
Get that peace pipe out.
if anybody has tale telling,
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Who's got the
You
tail
know
feather?
they're,
do as well.
they're gonna sell.
go ahead and roll your tale telling and tell me what you get.
Each of us?
Both made it. So you did a really good job telling the story, and they're totally enraptured, and it's kind of like that's, you know, some of the stuff you just said is going to be passed down generation to generation to generation to generation by the Havasupai. And when you wake up the next morning, remember how I described like the shadows were deeper here and some of the rocks were like, that almost looks like a skull. That looks like a rattlesnake. When you leave the canyon, it's less. It's just more like a shadowy, shadows from rocks. You've lowered the fear level a little bit with your tale telling. And because they're going to be telling these tales for generations, it's going to keep the fear level down. And,
Holy crap.
Right.
yes, Brad. In
So
the
we
back.
lowered the fear level,
Yes.
so I get a blessing.
Yeah, I guess if that's how you get a blessing, you get another blessing.
We'll probably
It wasn't so bad after all. maybe.
after. Well, let me look something up.
And this is the point where I spend those saved up brownie points
To buy off night terror.
buy off the night terror.
All right.
All right.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Guys,
Yeah.
quit it. I can't cry.
Well played, Dennis.
So
well played.
while Brad's looking up his thing, you guys eventually the next day you leave the Hava Supply, you get back to where your guides are. Well, your guides are at the riverbed. And you're like, oh, hey, you lived. That's great. So you get back through the rapids. It's a lot easier this time because you're either familiar with it or you can go around. Either way, eventually you're going to get back to Cliffside.
Mm-hmm.
And when you arrive in Cliffside, you know, things are business as usual. But you do notice when you come in the gates, there's like 4 or 5 people dressed in black trench coats. Look very businesslike, but like cowboys. There's 3 guys out in front of what looks like a telegraph office. And they're kind of leaning, or not even leaning, they're standing.
Yeah, the post office was also the
Yeah,
telegraph
the post office. And they're kind of like, one of them's leaning against the post, one of them's standing there. The other one is probably just hanging by the door. And as you guys come in town, you notice they're watching you all. And as you kind of get close to the post office, the one by the door leans in, apparently says something, leans back out. And you see 2 people in black coming out of the post office. One is a guy. He's dressed in black, but it's not the coat. He's just got a black vest and like the kind of high-waisted like ranchero pants.
Right.
He's got like a black shirt and a black hat. He just looks very...
Black.
No, he looks very dapper, but as he comes out, he's got a smile. He's like, see you later. The other 3 are in dusters, and they just look businesslike. But he comes out, and there's another guy with him. He comes out. He's not even in black. He's like kind of a nice tan jacket with a bowstring, like the bolo tie.
Bolo tie.
A dark brown hat, trousers, and high boots. And he's kind of like smiling, all that stuff. And they walk out, and there's a shorter woman in black. And this is...
Is it Mina?
Can't remember.
Mina? Oh.
No. It is...
Well, we would know her.
Yeah. No, we don't know these people yet.
Well, you do know one of them.
Your mom.
No, it's your mom.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Your mom.
Naomi Poole, your daughter.
Oh, the Pinkerton one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And somebody leans in when they see you, and all of a sudden, those 3 come out.
Yeah.
And she's like...
I'm like, oh man! I'm like, all happy. I'm like, I start running up to her, and I was
She's like, hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
oh,
Give her a big
my
old
gosh,
hug
I'm
and all
so
that
happy to
stuff.
see you.
Yeah, she's like...
She probably sees me run up, and I'm not
Yeah.
limping, so she
Yeah,
probably
she's like, you feeling better?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Great to know.
Even better
Great to
now.
know. So, what are you doing here in Cliffside?
We are bringing home a good friend and solving a problem. But I kind of look around. I'm like, I don't know if it's good to talk about it out here, but happy to do so.
I'll tell you what, there's a hotel nearby. Let's go to the dining room and we can have some privacy there.
Okay, all right.
And she's like, we've been getting reports. So I wanted to make sure you guys made it back to
Can I
Cliffside.
scrutinize her and make sure?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Scrutinizing your own daughter.
Yeah.
Ooh, I popped.
That's 16. You can't lie to your dad, girl.
Lie to your dad.
And she says, we've been getting reports, so we wanted to check up on you. And then she's like, what's that look for, Dad?
We in trouble?
No. We'll talk about it in the hotel.
All right.
So you guys go back to the hotel. The same hotel the standard hotel that you were staying.
Oh, yeah.
She takes you back there.
Okay.
And she's like, well, let's go in here. We've reserved part of the dining room for ourselves, so we can talk there.
Okay, everything been all right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to introduce you to a couple of friends of mine. This is Jim West and Artemis
nice to
Gordon.
meet you.
And Artemis Gordon.
Artemis Gordon.
He's like, nice to meet you. You're Naomi's father.
Yes,
this is Jim West.
T. Danielson. Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Very much so. Very much you as well.
Yes. You got a fine daughter here. She really knows her stuff.
She does. She definitely got that from mother, not me. But I'm glad she's she's coming up in the world. So
He's like, Artemis Gordon, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
And all of you, too. So let's get in here. So the other three stand outside, but Jim and Artie come in with you guys. And she's like, have a seat, everybody. Have a seat. It's good to see most of you. I remember you guys
All of
from
you.
Memphis. I'm not... You must be Dr. Haskins. I am. And Sophie Miller? Yeah. Well, I'm with the Pinkerton Detective Agency, and we've been keeping tabs on you thanks to my partner. So, partner? And she looks right at Lillianne. She's like, partner?
Oh,
We've been getting your reports, so everything go okay?
I just turned and look at Lilli.
Oh, nice.
And you see
I
Copperhead
work
like,
with bounty hunters.
The
Bobbi.
Yeah.
Copperhead looks at you and looks at Naomi. He's like, the deal still stands, right? And she's like, yes, I'm well aware that you were here, Frank, and everything's taken care of. Your secret's safe with us. You're actually serving a great cause. You're making up your debt to society as best you can. And he's like, yeah, I know. And he kind of looks at you, Copperhead, and he's like, ma'am, nice to meet you officially. It is Lillianne.
Baltimore.
Nice to meet you. So she basically asked,
Bobbi, a son of a gun.
she actually asked for the reports and what will happen. She actually knows most of what you guys have been doing up until Cliffside, because that's the last time Lillianne snuck off to send a telegram to the Pinkertons
Right.
about where you guys were headed. And as soon as they were like, we're going to the canyon, don't know when we'll be back, if we'll be back. So they came down here to make sure everything was okay. They were going to give you a couple days and then come down the canyon. But now you guys
follow
came
that.
back and they're like, oh, hey. So you tell them the story again. And they're like, okay, then. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Lillianne will actually have a shot of whiskey.
Oh, inner coffee.
So as you guys talk, Lillianne gives you the spiel, and she's like, and Jim and Artemis and even Lillianne will back her up. Naomi's like, now remember, I'm sure you told the story of the Havasupai Indians. That's fine, but keep it out of the press. We don't want to cause a panic. We don't want people freaking out about this. I understand what you guys are doing, and I've spoken to Felix once we found out that he had sent you on this and explained to him, you guys are doing good work, but you're not sanctioned by the government.
We're not looking to get famous for this,
Well,
lady. So
well,
don't worry
we
about
also
Well,
don't
come
want-
on.
we actually don't want a big panic either. So if anyone from the Epitaph contacts you, Dad, don't sell your story to them.
Well, it's never sold. Just
it. You can sell them a story,
Yeah.
Bo. Just don't make it a real one.
You can tell your story to that Philip fella.
Yeah, it's true. That's
She
true.
says, now I understand there's going to be press when you return to Salt Lake City, especially for Dr. Haskins and Sophie. So keep the supernatural.
There's
We
one.
can talk about the priest.
We could talk about the priests.
Kelvin will tell
the
them
church
the
in
story
general,
about Lee also,
We could talk about that.
because
and
that's
maybe
that's
bring
bothering Kelvin pretty deep.
We could bring up attention and bring some peace to Lee and his family.
Because he was looking for his family.
Maybe putting some heat on these guardians. At least
If you need help with that at all, I'll be happy to go on.
Yeah, pretty much everybody at the party's like, sign me up.
Well, speaking of that, I do have brought Lee along with us. I kept him sealed up pretty good before we left.
Put him in a Ziploc.
Yeah, I'd like to bury him here in a good holy place.
Naomi says, you know what? I don't know if Cliffside would be your best option, but I do know a place that
Well, I thought I could run a telegram back to our neighbors and figure out what is the best way for someone who follows his faith. But if you know something,
not a lot. Not a lot.
okay.
But
How many days has it been?
I mean,
probably like 3 or 4 to get back to Cliffside.
Okay.
So she's like, I do know a little bit about their culture. You might want to send a telegram from here about the proper way to do it.
That's what I was planning.
I think I know a place that he would like.
How about we
From what
just
I
not
heard.
worry about it? We'll take care of Lee. He's one of ours.
That's fine, if you wish. I'm sure you've got a way to do it. And I am very sorry about the loss of your companion.
Well, he did what he wanted to do. He fought with honor and died fighting the evil. we finished it off. Thanks for that, man.
Jim and Artemis, actually, when you said, let me know, they're like, well, we're going to be headed to the maze here pretty soon. We've got some information about, well, we've been keeping an eye on the Church of Lost Angels and Reverend Grimm for a while. And Artie and I are going to do some digging a little bit.
Who?
So, Artemis Gordon and myself, we're going to go down there and do some digging, look into a couple of his activities. This Lee family, you can tell me a little bit about what you know.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of. Well, perhaps we can all talk about that later. I mean, what time of the day is it? Is it nighttime?
No, it's probably by the time you get here, it's 1 p.m.
Okay. I just kind of try and talking about Lee, just shove that off to the side. So
And that's fine. That's fine. But we are going to be headed to the maze here soon, maybe in the next month.
I'd like to go with you and help you out with that.
Well, we'll do some reconnaissance, and if we need help, we will definitely
I can recon.
send you a telegram.
I can Raconteur Society, too.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
They're wanted.
Yeah. Horrible people.
So-
They were wanted bull.
So they saying you
Hold
fellows are from Memphis?
15. I'm scrutinizing Cobb to find out why he's trying to pass,
15. Okay.
glide over.
What am I
Cross
rolling?
over the Lee thing.
If you want to kind of obscure your thing, it would be bluff.
Oh, I don't have bluff. Should I just roll smarts or?
I'll tell you what. This will be interesting. Make a spirit check.
All right.
Oh.
It is his
That's
spirit.
better.
It's his willpower.
And that's better. Jesus.
Amen. Yes.
Yeah.
Six. That's the highest.
What'd you get? 15? Okay.
I faced off against Cobb.
You're not wanting to talk about Lee.
Yeah.
What is your motive behind it?
I don't want them to know something.
Okay. So there's something he wants to keep from these guys. He doesn't want to give them the whole story.
Exactly.
Well, Jim and Artie asked, well, you're based in Memphis, aren't you?
Yeah.
Here in a couple weeks, you might see us in town. Well, you might see me. I don't know if you'll see Artie.
Welcome to stop
Right
by
off
the
the bat.
ranch.
Well, we may have to play it as if you see me or Artie, pretend you don't know us.
Get off my land. Get off my land.
He laughs. He's like, we get that a lot too. But just know that if we're there, if you don't mind, we may ask some help or some information.
Well, you know where we're at.
Dress up as a woman like you usually do, Artie.
He's like, I make a damn fine woman.
Do you now?
Naomi looks at Artie. I did tell you about my dad, and he's like, yeah.
Fair enough.
Give you that. So
All right.
she's like, all right, well, I think you guys are going to head back. Lillianne, do you want to come back with us, or are you going to Salt Lake? You can.
You know, we really should have
course
finished
you'll-
the contract for this gentleman and his wife. His partner. Excuse me.
Finish the contract.
Protecting them.
Oh, yeah. Getting back to Salt Lake.
Yeah. So when you leave Salt Lake, just send us a telegram if you're on your way back to headquarters, or I'll send you a telegram if we have another job.
Yes, I'll just, send me a telegram where you're going to be.
Okay.
And I'll meet you up there.
All right.
We'll babysitter. We'll babysitter.
Well, kind of sounds like it might have been the other way around, Dad. She kind of smiles.
I've been good.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know you have. She gives you another hug and a peck on the cheek, and she's like, "Well, we're going to head back. So thank you for the report. Thank you for everything you've done." And
I shake their hands and
oh yeah,
all that.
they shake your hands, and they're
But we
she
stayed-
gives hugs to
we stayed the
everybody
evening.
pretty much.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Uncles.
yeah, she gives hugs to everybody because she's
biggest
like,
bunch
"You're
of
my
uncles
dad's
in
friend. You're like my you're like my weird uncles." So
You have no idea.
They're
Ricky,
Raconteurs.
so-
So she gives you all hugs, and she's like, I will tell Marie you said hi. We're on the down low kind of sharing some information about some things, so I might tell her a little bit about what went on so she knows,
All right. Yeah.
just so the Rangers are involved.
Yeah. Well,
It's only fair.
Are we staying the night and then leaving in the morning?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, before I leave, I'm gonna walk by that sheriff's office.
Oh, the guy who's head of security?
Yeah. Now he knows that the Pinkers were in town, and I got my badge on.
Oh, yeah, you've
outside.
got your Pinkerton badge
On
out.
the outside.
He just kind of like, well, I'll be damned. And the next morning when you leave, he's at the gate. Have a good trip, folks.
Yep.
Thanks for visiting Cliffside.
Goodbye. Don't come back anytime soon.
Warm welcome whenever you come back. Hopefully not for a while. So he like sugarcoats everything once he finds out, oh shit, she was a Pinkerton. Oh. So you guys leave the next morning.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to, at night, I'm going to go look for him. Go to his room or whatever.
Okay.
You lone bow.
Yeah. You might be
What kind of
next.
blessing you did?
Thank goodness.
You didn't read the back of that pamphlet, did you?
What? Real quick, as you're
Is it
gonna do
harvesting
that,
parts?
I want to talk to my daughter before I left. Now I've been talking to her, and I got lawyer of 2 now.
Oh, okay.
And I've been trying to get buy off my Outlaw of the North at one point. So I
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
okay.
see her. So I just kind of talk with her, make sure.
Yeah, she
how
gives you
this
some
goes.
pointers on
Well, I mean, I've been
paperwork to
communicating-
file and like,
She's been helping me do that
yeah,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, so that's fine.
See where we're at, and then also I'm like, you're not going out to the maze.
No, I won't be going to the maze.
Okay, good. Don't.
She's like, I don't
Do
really-
not call yourself a salt and pepper or carry any sauces. They will eat you.
Yeah. She's like, just the church. But
Well, see, what's happened is we've come up with this statute of limitations thing.
Oh,
yeah. But she's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I think I can get you clear. I think we're getting your name cleared. And she's like, I don't know about Frank. He's got a lot of bad crimes up
well,
there.
did it work what I was trying with him being dead? Did that help at all?
Threw some of them off the trail.
Just
Some of the
off the
local law enforcement is thrown off the trail, but my bosses, they're too smart. They know there's something up.
Well, we got to do something. If he wants to buy it off, let's build it up so he can.
We'll do our best. We'll do our best.
Well, I'll give her a hug and then.
Yeah, she does.
And now we also have this witness protection program.
So you
I'll
haven't.
get that in the morning.
So
Probably would come talk to you before that night was out. Anyway.
Okay.
And I'd probably come up to you and go, well, Cobb, you got a moment?
Oh, I've got a moment. Actually, I've been wanting to speak to you.
Well, you have. Well, that's good because I've been wanting to speak to
It's
you.
about that
Slap!
$500 you owe me.
That's for the
dare you cast X's?
Oh.
No, here you got your own rooms.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking about, burying him here and figuring out what to do with him, but I knew there probably some other practices, so I sent a telegram and figure out what that'd be. But I want to talk to you about a ceremony of sorts here. Figure out how to take care of good old Lee.
Well,
I
I was
want to talk to
wondering.
everybody about it, but I thought I'd talk to you first.
Well, I was wondering exactly how. I guess I wasn't paying too much attention on the way down here, but exactly how good of a friend is Lee to you?
Well, Lee was a good man,
I will not disagree with that.
and he helped us, saved our lives, I think.
I agree with that. Kelvin and Olaf and all that,
Well,
but I will admit it would be a rather difficult task. But what if I told you it might be possible to bring him back?
I would say that you must have hit your head when that fire blew you in down there in the caverns. Now, how many mushrooms did you eat down
Well,
there?
it was God's grace that bring me that hellfire.
Well, it was. I'm joking, but yes.
And God's grace goes further than that. If he takes away, he can give it back.
Yes, Cobb, and I have known the resurrection as I have attended your ceremonies many a time, but there
Well,
are
those are
pieces,
different types of resurrections, and this one is the real thing.
but he's in pieces, and he's been rotting in a box downstairs for some time.
Well, yeah, but there are miracles or miracles.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say is we might be able to bring him back. The only difficult thing is he's not exactly Catholic. So God may not take too kindly to that, but with enough faith, perhaps we could convince him otherwise.
Well,
Copperhead knocks. Have you read this book, Pet Cemetery? This is awesome.
This is a one-time thing.
Well, I hope you don't have to keep doing it.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, this is all a one-time thing. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. And whether or not I can do it again for anybody will just depend on, well, depend on the connection between me and God. And God doesn't like favors being asked every day. Matter of fact, I've already asked a big favor of him just last week when I brought that hellfire down to save us all.
Yeah, thank the Lord you did. I'm getting a little tired of asking my side of the family.
My side of the family.
We kind of had a reunion up close down in them caves, and I kind of relied on Jeremiah's a little bit on the ugly side. But
That was the best description ever.
yeah, but boy, I don't know. I mean, he's a good man, and we need good men and women to fight this fight.
Well, I'll leave it up to you.
Me?
Well,
Me?
seeing as how you were closest to him, as far as I can imagine.
Well, Kelvin was close to him, too.
Well, we can ask him as well if you wish. I've suggested it already.
All right.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Let's be quiet about it. There's one thing too is, if we do this, I don't think Pinkertons should know anything about it.
I agree.
At least leave it to Lee to decide himself.
That's true.
Just leave it outside, honey. I'm busy.
Will you open the damn door?
I open the door.
He could wear a mustache, maybe. Like, no, I am not Lee.
Cobb, Bo.
You got a moment?
Yeah. What's going on?
We got something important to ask
Come on
you.
and shut the door.
Okay.
Well, let me in.
All right.
Well,
Well, it's about Lee.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're either going to have to find a way to respect his face and put him away, or we could try and bring him back.
Did you just say what I think you said?
I was the same sort of thing, but I believe in Cobb or whatever he's going to
Is that even possible?
Well, it would be possible, and I explained at great length to him, and I'm going to give you the shortened version.
Okay.
It would be difficult, and it will be difficult because he's not a Catholic, but it is a possibility, and it is not something that I would take lightly. That God would allow it to happen. But if we do, well, if something ever to happen to one of us, then I would never be able to do that. I may not be able to do it for one of us, if you understand what I mean.
I do. Well, I mean, the reality of the situation is that Lee was special. He wasn't just like any other person. I mean, you saw what he did. He had abilities just like we have, like most of us have.
He is gifted.
And that's where I was going.
And it's a goddamn shame that his mission
He didn't
ended.
mean that.
Oh, I should have locked myself. I do have faith.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame, you said.
He didn't mean that either.
That's all right. He understands.
Yeah, I know.
That he got cut short in his mission to avenge his family. I figured even what would happen to him in these horrible, horrible things out there on the East Coast. West Coast, sorry.
And see, now that's where I was going with, because, I mean, we need every iron in the fire. He was a good iron. But at the same time, we're taking off from the table something for the rest of us.
Well, are we though? I mean, if there's enough of we find help when we.
What's more important? But if you made some fine points there, and perhaps we should give it a try. But it may not work.
Well, you know what? All of this is God's will. And if it's his will that Lee comes back, so be it. And if it's his will that we don't come back when it's time, so be that too.
I'm
That's
with Bo
true.
on this one.
Well then,
Do you think Olaf can help you get a connection, or
he's not Catholic.
well, he still believes in God?
Yes, but he's not Catholic. That's just picky that way.
I can help you if you want. You gave me quite a bit of faith points.
You're Protestant,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got one more.
Everything I've learned
is the
about
official
faith is
Swedish
what you've taught me.
national.
So.
Well, I do have one more thing to add to all this. If Lee has passed and he's gone on to his family, will he be upset that he's brought back?
Well, we don't know if his
I
family...
don't know his religion or faith.
He never said that his family was dead. He said his family got mixed up with these damn angels.
So they're missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then he has unfinished business.
And he was trying to find them.
I thought they had passed. That is my thing. I should have watched the last episode.
It would have been about 2 episodes ago. Actually.
Yeah, I know.
This is
But
why it's been bothering me so badly.
then more than what, that says something even more so.
I mean, to the point where, and no offense, I was looking at going to hell and try to finish his work.
Yes, I apologize. So much has happened, I forgot.
Well,
something.
then if you'll accompany me, we'll find a place where we can do this. It's going to take some
I
time.
heard broom closets are real nice.
What about the church?
Oh, that is a good idea.
I mean, the father probably
Yeah.
allow us.
That is certainly right.
And be able to assist us.
Every once in a while, you use that head on your
That's
head.
right. I didn't have to spend no cards.
Yeah.
Roll no dice.
Well, Cobb, when's the best time to attempt this?
Oh, I'd say now before we have to leave.
Midnight under a full moon on a
Because I
Halloween.
only got. a
Now,
couple
how
more
did I
days
write
that
these
he can be
symbols
gone.
again?
Let's get on this then. Where's his remains at?
Not it. Where's the captain? There it is. Father Ramsey.
Ramsey.
So you go over there, and did you have this conversation after dark?
Yes.
Okay, so you go over there. There is a light in the window,
Okay.
so you can tell where the rectory is or wherever, and you can knock on the door.
Yeah.
After a few moments, he comes to the door, and kind of in his trousers and just a button-up shirt, like a white undershirt,
Father?
opens the door. Oh, you're
Okay,
back.
take
Yes,
my
I heard.
cap
I
off.
heard you had returned. So everything's all right. Everybody's all right.
No, there's actually a situation that we need to
I'm
need your help with.
sorry.
Sorry for disturbing you, though.
No, that's
But,
fine. Please come in.
Could use a place to shelter for a little bit, and perhaps even your help.
All right. What can I do?
Well, we lost one of our great friends in this battle.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Holding services.
Was he? He's familiar with what happened with the brothers.
Well, yes, you are familiar with God's good blessings,
Yes. Yes, I am.
so I was hoping to perform one.
Oh, all right. He kind of pauses. Which blessing are you referring to? The box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Father, what's left in that box is what's left of a man named Lee that got taken from this world before he completed his task.
I understand.
And
Brothers Grimm were there.
they were
The Brothers Grimm? Oh, it's a fairy tale.
the people that he has to deal with for his situation are the ones that took his life.
Some of those lost angels,
Oh, yes.
and plus that that demon we talked about that's
Yeah.
been taken care of.
I'm so sorry.
But
Kind of fill him in quickly about
Yes.
what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, he understands, and he's like, so he has unfinished business then to find his family.
yeah,
Well,
and Cobb is well, we've all talked about it. We feel we're going to try to help him.
It'll be difficult because he's not Catholic, but I was hoping if perhaps all of us who are faithful in Catholicism might be able to cancel out the penalty that we would normally get.
he says, well, of course, if you ask it, I will, but maybe you've had this conversation already, but there are things you must consider.
We've considered them.
Would Lee want to be brought back? Is he at peace in his religion?
I mean, I have to say, if this is truly an opportunity or something, as you saying, Cobb, that this is something I'll be brought up to all of us. Do we want to come back? I do. I'll fight every tooth and nail to put every one of them Ravens people back in the ground, back to the other side.
But how good are we then than Raven if we're bringing people back from the dead?
Well,
Father Ramsey says, well, bringing back people back from death at God's will is probably not going to end badly. I mean, if God wills it, there is something about them that is good.
Yes.
Something about them that he needs or wants here. But, again, you have to weigh the individual.
Yeah.
Did you know would he want to come back? Or are you in his culture to die in battle with honor? Maybe what he needs. Maybe that's enough to put him at rest. And he just waits to be reunited with his family. He's done all he could. Would bringing him back cheat him of that? Would he be betrayed, upset, or happy?
I don't know. Maybe we
It's
do need
not
to
a
look at this a
question.
little bit deeper.
It's not a question to take lightly.
It's not.
Well,
But but I will say, if you decide on your answer, and it is you're going to do this, I absolutely will help. I've known you for a short amount of time, but I understand what you do, and I understand who you are, and I know you would not ask this if you didn't really think it was important and good. But
Well,
I will help, is what
putting
I'm
it in the
saying.
hands of God would be probably the best thing we could do
Yep.
at this point. Then
And if he's upset with us, well then we'll find he'll, given his method and his wants, he'll find a way to get back to that family.
or he'll murder us all and be done with it.
Yeah, and I have to bring this up now because Lillianne did talk about it when you guys weren't here, but he said something else they're working on called a living will. So I think we should all fill this out so we know what we want done.
Want to go ahead?
Pinkertons were doing.
well, let's go ahead and try then.
Yeah, all right. Amen. Amen. All right. What we got to do?
Well, first you must drop your pants.
All right. Already there.
So it takes like
in here with no
takes like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the difficulty is 13.
Okay.
It doesn't say what the difficulty penalty is if they're not of the same faith. It left that blank.
So I would say it's 13. There's no penalty if they're not your faith. It's just if you can do it.
Well, no, it does say there's a penalty if you're not of the same
Oh, if
faith.
the person you're trying
It
to
doesn't
resurrect.
mention what the penalty is.
Oh, okay.
Say what the penalty is. It just says
But I'm kind of hoping too, if we have more people, that at least
It would.
it might help.
It would. Because I would,
Can it be an
I would
unskilled
think the
check?
most.
-4?
Well, I would think the most it would be like
I have resurrection. No, I'm kidding.
if you were trying to resurrect Olaf, who's Protestant, it'd be like a -2. It's not the same faith, but it's a related faith.
Yeah.
I would say something like Lee, or maybe Dr. Bruce, or like somebody from Russia or Transylvania. I'd say
What
the
do you
most
mean?
you'll
I'm
probably
already
get is
resurrected.
-4. So that would probably be your penalty for Lee, because their faith is nothing really like our faith. The ancestor there.
There's nothing specifically that says.
I would say
get a
for
bonus
every
that.
Catholic you have helping you is a +1.
Okay.
Because that's usually what they do. So you've got him and Father Ramsey. So that's a +3 to your roll already.
Okay. So negative
And
1.
with Father Ramsey being a blessed, would that maybe got another bonus?
No,
Nah.
no. It's just his faith.
Can I add chips to his roll if necessary? A legend chip.
I'd wait and see what the roll.
I'm just
is.
saying. I'm getting this thought about.
Getting the rules sashed out before we do it.
You can
a
loan.
legend
You
chip.
can loan chips to people, but it costs a chip to loan chip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you have 2 legend chips,
Nope.
I got 2 arcane chips.
Oh, you gotta donate the same chip too,
Yeah.
don't you? But I've got chips also.
yeah.
I could give a red if that happened.
So I can give blue.
So
All right.
all right. So it's 14.
Oh, what are we doing?
Worse.
Do we
is
have to
worse,
arrange
we
them in
lose
the right
some-
pattern,
we
or
lose
what do
some
we got to
chips.
do here?
Yeah, you basically have to put the leg and the arm and then.
Oh my God! He popped 3 times.
Wow. Apparently,
Oh, it popped! Oh, yes.
apparently Lee's meant to come back.
Yes.
18.
18.
Woo!
So even without the bonuses,
Hey, man. I'm gonna hit Brad's miracle.
18. You popped 3 times. Wouldn't that be 30?
No, because I don't add all those. I just add the highest one. I just take the highest.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's a skill check.
Oh man.
So basically, you lay these parts on a table.
Yeah, I would say we should probably cover them
Yes.
up.
Half an
What you would
eyeball.
do is probably put Lee's parts on the pulpit
Yeah.
in the order where they're supposed to be, like piece them together as best you can, and then cover it with like a sacrament or a shroud or something like that. Then you would all
Some
pray.
rice and noodles.
Yeah, you can. So you guys all pray.
Ole, ole,
Yeah, do all the
Holy
stuff.
Louie.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Bully, bully.
And probably as you guys are praying, keep your eyes closed, keep your head down, and when you finish and look up, you notice that the shroud
It's fire.
fuller than when you stopped. Or when you started, it was like, here's the head, shroud drops to the table, here's an arm, here's a leg. You notice when you look up, it's a chest,
Contour of a.
it's a body.
I look at Cobb.
I look at my watch.
You kind of peel it back, and Lee is laying there, fully,
Doesn't look all.
looks like he's asleep.
So did it
Freaked out,
take
or-
3 hours for you to perform the ceremony,
Yeah.
or 3 hours for him to?
3 hours to do the ceremony.
Yeah.
Still sound like you're baking a turkey.
So as you lift it back, well, as you go to reach for it, you notice you can see the shroud move, like where his nose is.
I pull the shroud back and look down. Me?
He kind of blinks a couple times, looks around, looks at you. He's like, what happened?
Are you all right, Mr. Lee?
You are.
But where are we?
We're in. Where the hell were we?
Where the hell? Cliffside.
Cliffside. Cliffside. How do we get back here?
Well, you got. Do you remember fighting the men in the cave?
Yeah.
Well, they killed you to help you.
Do you remember? I can't put my hand on his shoulder. I said, "Do you remember what happened after? Do you remember anything?"
It's a dream. I thought it was a dream. I saw my ancestors, my grandparents. And I was happy to see them, but they told me it wasn't time. I should go.
Yep. We'll make
He's like,
payment
he
plan.
kind of actually sits up, and as he's the martial artist, so he just sits up, and he's like, "Well, saying thank you seems a little underappreciative," and he kind of gets up and does the bows. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. How about clothes?
No, we didn't save
He's like,
those.
okay, well, toga it is. He kind of wraps the shroud around him, and he's like, so where do we go?
He goes, well, that's up to you. We were around here at Cliffside's. Lillianne, she was talking to Pinkertons and stuff and kind of telling them what was going on.
Oh,
So they are here in town, and I quite honestly didn't want to let them know that I could bring someone back from the dead. And I didn't know if you'd want to be in touch with them or not. So I just figured we'd bring you back secretly.
It might do you good not to be known that you're back to life.
well,
Well, it's not a whole lot of people that know he's dead.
Yeah.
maybe not the Pinkertons, but I would like to speak to Lillianne. She knows about my family.
Well, that's up to you.
Kind of like, well, I should probably get dressed or something, and
I'll get you some clothes.
okay, all right. So should I hide out here in the church? If
No,
we
you can
leave
come
the
with
church,
us.
am I gonna?
Well, if you want to talk to Lillianne, you could probably come back.
Okay.
And I'm sure we can.
We can
I'm
arrange
sure
a meeting.
you could stay out of sight of the Pinkertons if you want
Oh,
to.
I could. Yes, no
But
problem.
we'll arrange a meeting with you and her shortly here.
Okay.
When we do that, we take him back to the hotel with us and
Okay.
put him up in a room and get him some clothes and then summon Lilli. Anne.
She's dead too. No.
No.
So real quick, when we get back, you get a knock at your door.
Who's there?
It's Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Oh, actually, this wouldn't be you.
Oh,
Lee's gonna go right to her door.
oh, okay. So I go with him, then.
No, he's like, "Huh?"
No, he wants to talk alone.
All right.
He's like, a friend.
Just gonna fucking jump out the
It's a
fucking
arrow.
window.
Shoots him in the head.
You open the door and he's growing
He's
rolling
kinda
green
like-
eyes.
I'm better thanks to Cobb. Don't shoot.
That explains that. Open the door.
And he's dressed. He's not. I'm in a toga. If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, Harold don't
Come
come
on
back in togas.
Yeah. He comes in. He's like, I don't know how to explain it, but they brought me back, and I'm thankful. My family. They said the Pinkertons were thinking about going to the maze. If they can help find my family, I would be ever grateful. But I think I should go with them back to Memphis until I can get my bearings on what's going on and what's happening. I don't want the Pinkertons to know that Cobb brought me back, because that could look bad for him, even though it was by his God's will. I understand. So if you could quietly talk to the Pinkertons who are going to the maze and maybe ask them to look into my family, I would be very appreciative. Thank you.
That was my part of my plan anyway.
Oh, well, thank you. And he kind of bows to you.
Wanted to make sure to honor your memory, but now I'll just honor your life choices. Who you are, what you look like. If you want to go by a different name, they wouldn't know who you were.
Good idea.
But I will.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
I'm very happy to see you.
He kind of looks. I can tell. You just. I'm very happy to see you. He's like, I can tell. Get out and.
Should we let Olaf and Copperhead know?
Yeah, well,
That's up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go knock on their doors.
Just before breakfast.
Yeah.
I'll take Copperhead if you want to get Olaf.
Olaf,
Oh, y'all.
you sleep all right?
On the bar.
Yes, he did.
Well, thank the good Lord for that. Amen.
I
Amen.
didn't have your daughter with me, but I'm sorry.
Ooh, the Swedish meatballs
Balls.
again.
Well, more power to you.
Dad, leave us alone.
My daughter is so much like, what? Stop that. I said, we got something to say. Are you with me or just me?
oh, probably just you.
All right. I don't know how to put this, but last night I witnessed a miracle in the church.
Oh?
Yes. Cobb said that he would try and do something he may be able to do once, but maybe never again. But this depends on God's will. And I don't know how you're going to take this or not, but
So he finally actually drew an inside straight?
yes. Inside straight, and Mr. Lee is back with us.
You had him with us.
He is walking and talking, and I kind of called the door. Would you mind just for an instant?
Oh, Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of steps into the door frame. Good morning, Olaf.
I'm blinking.
No, it's real, and it's him,
And his eyes
and
are
it's
glowing.
not wrong.
I just got rid of my nightmares. Are you trying to terrorize me in my sleep again, Bo?
Reinstate night terrors. Damn it.
Dr. Bruce is like, good morning. Great timing, Bo.
No, I am not, but I didn't want you to get freaked out.
Get in here.
Get in here.
I take Lee and I just kind of put my hands on his shoulders and
Kick him square in the no.
I'm looking and I just kind of spin him around.
He's fine. Okay, got it. So, yeah.
So
I show up
All right.
at Copperhead's door.
Yeah, I'll go with him with you to Copperhead.
Okay. Knock on the door. Yeah. Just opens it up. Yeah.
I'll keep it short. Cobb brought Lee back, and he's here now, so bye. No, I'm kidding. I don't do that. I say, Copperhead, can we speak to you for just a moment?
Sure, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
Just getting you ready for a bit of surprise news.
Okay.
Cobb's pregnant.
Damn it!
Oh,
No, seriously.
Well, we brought Lee back from the dead. Not in any other way that you...
wow.
We prayed really hard.
I don't have a lot of great experiences with people coming back from the dead.
Neither do I.
And
I know
he's
you
looking
don't.
pretty like, what are
And
you?
you should know I wouldn't do any such thing unless it was a sure thing. This was done with God's grace.
You did it.
I did it.
Cobb did it. I helped him. Bo helped him.
I didn't know you could even do things like that.
The good father at the church helped also.
Yes, there's always a possibility with God's good grace that miracles can happen. You saw the hellfire that came down on them in the cave.
You saw me blow that demon's head clean off.
That was me asking for God's help, and
Same for me.
I asked for it one more time, so I'll probably be short on change here in the future, but it worked.
Is Lee okay?
Yeah,
He's okay.
Down
Lee
talking
is Lee.
yeah, he's down talking to Olaf right now.
Trustworthy, except for Naomi, but
He wants to come back to Memphis with us so we can, maybe Felix can help us track down his family faster.
Sense to me.
and plus there's that old kook in the next door to me who might be able to help as well.
Oh yeah, might be right up his alley. Oh, all right.
That's when I actually have a shot of wisdom.
No,
You guys go crazy.
stranger things have not happened. I don't remember any of us bringing back the dead.
Well, this is probably one of the biggest things we've ever been through.
Yeah, I will admit that. I will agree with that.
It is a store-bought module.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's written pretty well. Well, okay.
Oh, see you down at breakfast.
All right.
I'm right behind you. Going out.
So, real quick, at breakfast, Lee comes in under an assumed name.
What's his assumed name?
Quan Ho Lee.
Holy.
No, he probably has a
Did
different
we
name.
talk to the professor and the
Bob.
other ones too?
You can, if you want. Just so they're aware.
Yep.
And you don't... Lee's back,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, they're gonna notice.
Yeah. I don't want freaking out at dinner. but-
Bruce is probably the one that's
Who?
freaking out the most about it. So.
Oh,
really.
Hanskin.
And then
Yeah.
the doctor.
Dr. Bruce. He
He's
seems to
gonna
be...
think that's so cool.
He seems to be, like, okay with it. Like, to him, it makes sense. You know, being from down under, it's like, oh, yeah, the everlasting circle of life and all that, yeah.
We just saw a
Wheel of
Native
Life.
American come back to life.
Yeah.
This guy.
The only thing is, for the first, 15, 20 minutes during breakfast, anybody you don't have to roll scrutinize, but anybody who's looking at Copperhead, he is scrutinizing the shit out of Lee. The whole time he's drinking his coffee, he's just staring at Lee
His can on
with his hand on his gun. And then after about 15, 20 minutes, and Lee's kind of being nice and cracking jokes like he did,
Yeah.
finally you see Copperhead kind of ease down.
He's still got his hand on his
Yeah,
gun.
just kind of like, okay, all right. But yeah, he seems to be scrutinizing. He's scrutinizing Lee and you and you and you. Like, were you tricked into this? Or was
Remember
this
that
really
one child
God's?
that was-
Yeah, I know.
After a while, he kind of calms down, but you notice he never really lets his guard down.
Right.
So, but of course, he's got more reason than most to not trust people coming back from the dead.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so the morning, Pinkertons leave. You guys head out of Cliffside. Everything seems to go okay. You guys head back to Salt Lake City, and when you get there, huge fanfare. The Explorer Society has a huge welcoming party. Yeah. Reporters everywhere asking for the stories. You guys have a story straight so they can get the stories. You guys can each, if you want to speak to the reporters, you can pick up $100 for participating in their reports, like a If you want to,
Nope.
if you waive your fee, you can still talk to reporters.
Nope.
So
No, I have no interest.
if you talk to reporters, write down $100.
Nope.
Okay.
I will actually stay out of the limelight. Once we get back to Salt Lake City, I'm going to step back away from
Yeah.
prying eyes and
Yeah.
kind of.
I'll do it, but I'll give it the 100 to
In the
Lee so
background.
he has some money.
Okay. So
Do what?
I do it, but I give the 100 to Lee so he has some money.
Oh.
and that because that was that was some awesome role.
It was.
Yes,
I
that
was
was
pretty really
That was
good.
Yeah.
Actually,
Good way to end that.
doing the moral dilemma of what you're doing. So I will. You know what? I will give you all three. Well, I will give you a red chip. I'll give you 2 white chips for the role playing. But yeah, since Cobb was the one who kind of brought up the idea and really wanted to figure out whether it was the right thing to do, that was awesome.
It was a risk either way.
Okay, so
I didn't have to spend chips on it. That was great.
Yeah.
yeah, that was cool. So that was the Canyon of Doom.
Yeah! This is episode 14, right?
Episode 14.
It's 14 game
14
nights.
episodes.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that's it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We are the Raconteur Society. Come out here